Ooh, definitely loud. We going on?
Yep. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in to Gaylord St. Mary football here on Next Level Broadcasting. This is the pregame show presented by Jimmy Johns and Jimmy Johns of Gaylord. We're getting fueled up for tonight's game with Snowbirds. Charles Strail along with Tom Pratt on tonight's broadcast. Tom, what are you expecting to see tonight between the lines for these two teams?
You know, obviously we're going to see some smash mouth football.
Please give the appropriate salute and join us in honoring God and country in the singing of our national anthem, led by Lily Bellinger, Emery Blues, Madeline Jewett, Lydia Duquette, and Jada Lyons.
Gaylord Eye Care Center and Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport. We hope you have enjoyed tonight's game.
I just put about 4 cameras out today. Welcome back to St. Mary's Field, where the teams here are starting to head out on the field to line up. It looks like Snowbirds won the toss and chose to defer. Looks like they are going to kick from our right to our left this evening. We're going to see Daniel Jacobson take the kickoff, as we have seen all season long. We'll be curious to see if they do their typical onsides or they're going to try to boot it deep.
Yeah, we'll see what the Snowbirds got planned here. And, Tom, big test right now for the Snowbirds against this Rudyard Bulldog team. Do not let the 4-3 record for Rudyard fool you. If you were kind of scoping it out online earlier this week, they've played some tough teams, and they need this win if they want to keep their playoff chances alive. A little pooch kick that's going to go out of bounds will give the Bulldogs some good starting field position on their opening possession there, Tom. That's one that the Snowbirds probably want to have back.
Yeah, no, absolutely. If you're going to kick it out of bounds, you definitely want to kick it out of bounds past the 35-yard line, or they're going to get the ball where the ball went out. So obviously it's going to be 1st down and 10 from the 37-yard line of the Bulldogs for the Bulldogs.
Key impact players for the Bulldogs for everyone to tune into. It'll be, if you can watch, number 9, Cameron Patterson, and number 27, Aiden Bickle. As they have their opening play, it'll be Patterson taking it up the middle. And he gets a nice push from his offensive lineman, also with Bickle there. But the ball's out. It's Dylan Croft. He's scooping it up for the Snowbirds. And Dylan Croft is out to the Rudyard 39-yard line. Tom, did you see who made the hit there?
It actually, Dylan Croft, that kid, kept the quarterback just kept running his feet and going downfield. And Dylan had him wrapped up, but had him wrapped up around the ball. And that kid kept going. Dylan ripped the ball out and went the other way.
That's one of the downsides of pushing the pile like that with the rugby scrum. When you push the pile, the referees don't blow the whistle, and heads-up play by the senior Dylan Croft here on homecoming night. Snowbirds with a takeaway on the first play of the game. They bring Dylan Croft just behind their left guard. Jacobson in the shotgun with Brett Koshoniak. Koshoniak going to lead the way up into the hole. Jacobson is brought down after a modest gain on 1st and 10.
Yeah, it looks like just a short game, if any at all. Good job by a swarm of Bulldogs right there by stopping DJ on that run.
I would imagine that for those tuning in tonight, you're going to see a lot of ground game and field position for this game. Both teams want to establish the run and run the ball to set up play action pass. Snowbirds in a shotgun set once again. Jacobson flanked by Koshoniak. Jacobson takes it. He's running off the left side out to the Rudyard 30. They'll give him at the spot at the 36-yard line. Tom, what are you seeing so far the Snowbirds trying to establish on this opening possession?
Well, it looks like they're just obviously starting to establish the run. They kind of want to see what Rudyard's doing on defense. Nice two, runs off tackle there for DJ. I'm going to guess we're either going to do a nice little play action here, or if not, just a drop back by DJ looking for something, probably in a corner route or something like that.
Worst case scenario for the Snowbirds here, if they're unable to pick up this first down, they do have the opportunity to pin Rudyard back deep in their own field position. This time they'll flank out Lucas Sherwinski to the bottom of the screen. Big number 77, Croft in the slot. Top of the screen as Jacobson drops back to pass. He's scrambling to his right, pitches to Brett Koshoniak. Ball's on the ground. Rudyard got back on it. Ball was recovered by the Rudyard outside linebacker. Guess who? Connor Peterson. So both teams trading turnovers on their opening possession. It'll be Rudyard Bulldog football on their own 39-yard line. That pitch relationship depth was not there from the beginning there, Tom.
No, it wasn't. That if they're obviously got to keep that pitch relationship about 1 yard behind, about 4 to 5 yards maybe at the most. And he was about 8 yards. That's a long pitch for DJ to make. But a couple turnovers, and here we go, Bulldogs football.
And we'll see what we got going for the Rudyard second possession of the game. Peterson flanked by two H-backs. He's going to bounce this one outside, breaks one tackle. He's at the 50 into Snowbird territory, brought down by Brett Koshoniak at the Snowbird 41-yard line. Pickup of 19 yards for Peterson, and the Bulldog offense has something going here on their, only second play of the game, but they've had two successful plays so far.
Yeah, good run by Peterson. Good block by number 22 for the Bulldogs setting that edge.
Yeah, they had a real good job. Peterson just had to make one man miss. He was able to do that. This time Peterson, the shotgun, flanked by Bickle. He will hand to Bickle. Bickle's got a lot of room on the left side. Cut back made, eventually brought down by Brett Koshoniak. Bickle got out to the Snowbird 40, so a gain of 6 yards on 1st and 10.
One thing you want to see as a coach for Rudyard is what your offensive line is doing right now. They're about 4 or 5 yards downfield right now, blocking, and that's exactly what you want to see. So looks like about 2nd down and 3 from the 44-yard line of the Snowbirds.
Yeah, they gave him a pretty good spot, generous spot. Yeah. Rudyard in the shotgun once again, double tight set. Peterson makes 2 men miss in the hole, and he picks his way out for a Rudyard first down. He kind of squeezed through that initial tackle by Brett Koshoniak. We don't see too many missed tackles by Brett Koshoniak.
No, we don't, but nice little sidestep, nice little cutback right there by Peterson, and 1st down and 10 right now from the 30-yard lines of the Snowbirds. Rudyard going from our left to our right tonight, starting out in this first quarter. About 9 minutes left in the first quarter. We got St. Mary Snowbird 0, Rudyard Bulldog 0.
Yeah, this time Rudyard goes with 2 H-backs, 2 tight ends. Peterson in the empty back looking to pass. In the backfield was Jacobson. Peterson now scrambling, has to make the most out of it. He gets about a 3-yard gain. Really just turned nothing into something as Jacobson came off the edge for the Snowbirds and applied the first pressure.
It was about a 10 to 12-yard scramble that only led to a 3-yard gain. So, I kind of figured that they're going to let this kid, carry the ball quite a bit tonight, and obviously that's what it looks like it's going to be starting off here.
8 minutes, 15 seconds here in the first quarter. Snowbirds and Bulldogs. Matchup of 2 heavyweight teams. Both teams want to run the ball. This time Rudyard has 2 H-backs to the near side, short side of the field. Peterson keeping it, cuts back. He's going to go for a Rudyard touchdown. Peterson scores from 27 yards out, and Rudyard is on the board here first. That was just a straight.
Yeah, that was just off tackle. Nice little cutback right up the gut by Peterson, and I'm not even sure he got touched 30 yards down, from the 30-yard line. So good run by Peterson from the Bulldogs, and it's 6-0 right now.
So Rudyard scores on the second drive. It's 7 minutes 55 seconds remaining in the first quarter, and they're going to go for two. Peterson turning the edge on the left side and late signal, and he's in for the 2-point conversion, so that's good. Bulldogs go up 8-0 over the Gaylord St. Mary Snowbirds here on Next Level Broadcasting. We're going to step aside and be back after these messages.
We all know that Jimmy John's is everyone's go-to option for freaky fast subs. But did you know that they're unveiling new menu options? That's right, Jimmy John's new menu has something for everyone and is a great way to feed the whole family. So, whether you're watching the big game, hard at work, or taking the family out to eat, Jimmy John's wants to make finding a gourmet sandwich easy. The crew of Next Level Broadcasting trusts their pregame meals to Jimmy John's, and you should too, at Jimmy John's in Gaylord.
Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to be offering their services to local communities across northern Michigan. With locations in Gaylord, Boyne City, Bel Air, and Sheboygan, they're committed to serving you and providing a trusted source of credentials and expertise. If you're struggling with anything vision related, then don't hesitate to schedule a consultation and meet their friendly and experienced staff for yourself.
I'm Ryan Beningo, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installation, replace.
Next, after this commercial. Yeah, that maybe it was just our service here for a second, Tom.
Yeah, maybe. I'll keep
And here we are. Welcome back into Next Level Broadcasting's coverage of high school football. Bulldogs kicking off to the Snowbirds. A squib kick is fielded at the Snowbird 45-yard line. That was the trusted hands of Daniel Jacobson, or excuse me, Jake Butler.
Yep, nice little onside kick right there, obviously, which we're used to seeing here. But, yeah, first down and 10, Snowbirds from their own 45-yard line going from our right to our left.
Yep, as we get have a moment here, we want to thank our friends who sponsored the Jimmy John's pregame show. Listen, away games and home games call for freaky fast meals on the road or at home. That's where Jimmy John's comes in to turn travel time into dinner time with their freaky fast gourmet services and their brand new location in Gaylord across from Hobby Lobby. Jimmy John's, freaky fast and freaky strong. So strong a tornado couldn't take them out of town. Snowbirds in a twin two-back set in the shotgun. Jacobson. They're going to direct snap it to Brett Koshoniak. It was a high snap, and Koshoniak picks his way out near midfield. That's one of the things that we talked to head coach O'Connell about. They're going to have that wrinkle for this game tonight, Tom.
Yeah, it looks like just kind of like a double tight. It almost looks like a straight T formation, if you didn't realize DJ was the quarterback in the back. But you really got DJ in the shotgun. You got a running back to the right and to the left, and they're just looking to do direct snaps.
Ball spotted right at midfield for the Snowbirds. 7 minutes, 20 seconds remaining on the clock here in the first quarter. Two tight ends. Jacobson in the shotgun, two backs to his right and left. They're going to directly snap it to Dylan Croft. He picks his way. He's out and right near. He's sniffing the first down marker. So Snowbirds going with this direct snap to that running back with two lead blockers on two consecutive plays. It'll be third and very manageable here.
Yeah, we got about a third, and I'm not even – it was about a third and a yard right now from the Rudyard 46-yard line. Yeah, that direct snap, you got two lead blockers right there. So, as long as we get a little push up front, I think we're going to be okay.
All right, 3rd and 1 for the Snowbirds here on the Bulldog 46. Direct snap to Koshoniak. Gets a nice block from Dylan Croft. Koshoniak will have a Snowbird first down. One thing I noticed there, Tom, is the line, and I saw Dylan Croft lean in a little bit, too, before that snap.
Yeah, they're trying to do that whole in sync down, let everybody get down, and not everybody's getting down at the same time. So, they'll be lucky if they don't get a flag here if we don't get in sync a little bit. But
so it's a first down now for the Snowbirds. Ball on the 43-yard line of the Bulldogs. Second possession of the game for the Snowbirds, about halfway through this first quarter of play. Croft lined up behind tackle. Koshoniak next to Jacobson, and that's going to be false start.
Flag on the play.
I think we've had these refs a couple times, and the sideline judge over on Rudyard's went from having red cleats, red shoes, to now white ones. So that's how I know that we have the same guy right there. But looks like it was just a false start. Looks like it's going to be first down and 15 for the Snowbirds from the 48-yard line of the Bulldogs.
So Snowbirds behind the chains here for the first time tonight. First penalty of the game. Jacobson with Koshoniak. He's going to keep it. Jacobson keeping it himself. He's gets a lot of that penalty yardage back as he's back to the original line of scrimmage. The Snowbirds will have it about second and
11-ish?
Yeah.
Yeah, ish.
5 minutes and 25 seconds here in the first quarter. Snowbirds now on their second and 11-ish. Jacobson in the shotgun. There's an early start, but no flag. Snowbird thrown in the middle. He's got a completion at the 20, the 10, 15, 20, all the way in for a Snowbird touchdown from 44 yards out. Big time play.
JT Grenier on that reception right there and touchdown.
And JT Grenier wearing a different number tonight. He's rocking number 30, typically listed as number 44, but rocking number 30 tonight for homecoming night is JT Grenier. He hooks up with Jacobson for a 44-yard St. Mary touchdown. Well drawn up play on that second and 11, Tom. Snowbirds lining up to go for 2 here to even this game. Single back. Jacobson and empty. He's going to bounce it out right side. He's in for 2. So Snowbirds come back on the requisite possession and tie this one up at 8 points apiece. Snowbirds and Bulldogs knotted up with 5 left to go in the first quarter here. This is Snowbird football on Next Level Broadcasting.
I'm Ryan Beningo, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installation, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike many service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding the gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
Welcome to Hudson's, where we strive to be more than a dealer, and we work hard to pair you with the right equipment. Whether your land spans thousands of acres or just a small yard, come visit us. At Hudson, we provide the service and expertise to get the job done right. And for a limited time, get 0% for 84 months on select John Deere compact utility tractors. To get a quote, come into your local Hudson or visit us online at hudsony.com.
And Snowbirds kicking this one off. It goes by the Rudyard fielder. He picks it up at the Bulldog 24-yard line, recovered down there by number 19. It was Landon Mayer. So, Tom, let's recap that St. Mary scoring touchdown play. It was a 44-yard pass from Jacobson to Grenier.
Yeah, they just did a great job by setting up, run, and they just ran a play action, and everybody bit. JT Grenier was wide open down the center of the field, and nice pass by Jacobson.
Rudyard comes out in the shotgun formation. They're going to hand off, getting a nice hole, but a nice tackle made by Dylan Croft. Getting out to about the 29-yard line for the Bulldogs was Aiden Bickle. Pickup of 3.5 yards on 1st and 10.
We need to do a little better wrapping up. I think we're just trying to dive at people's legs, and if he would have stayed right there, there was nobody else left. So we just got to do a little better wrapping up. Obviously, he made the tackle right there, but obviously that's not going to last all game long.
Right. Empty formation, 2 H-backs for Rudyard on this one. It's Peterson. Peterson lowers his shoulder and is sniffing a first down. See where they mark him. It'll depend on the spot. And it looks like he's got enough for that, Tom.
He is, but he's not.
Or I don't know. 3rd and
a couple
of shoestrings, I'd say.
Yeah, maybe. But that Peterson,
he's a load.
He's a load, big, strong, low to the ground, low center of gravity, and yeah, he's a load for sure.
Listed at 5'10 and a half, 190 pounds is Cameron Peterson. Rudyard goes with an eye back here, 2 tight ends, and this is going to be the brotherly shove or the quarterback sneak. And Peterson has enough for the first down.
Just one of those where you just kind of sneak behind the butts of the old linemen and get me those 3 inches that we need.
Well, the brotherly shove, obviously coined by the Philadelphia Eagles with that Jalen Hurts 4th and 1, 3rd and 1 quarterback sneak.
I think everybody in the NFL loves that little shove from the back there.
So 3 minutes, and we're under 3 minutes, 30 seconds here in the first quarter. Rudyard shifts their 2 H-backs. Back to passes. Peterson, he's got a man over the middle. That's Bickle. Bickle off his right hand. Bickle had Jacobson beat. If that pass isn't overthrown, that could be points for the Bulldogs.
That's exactly what happens. You know, when you run the ball, and your cornerback's eyes start leaking inside, you know, leaves guys wide open. And Jacobson was burned right there. Just luckily he was overthrown a little bit. But, you know, that's going to give 2nd down and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Want to make note that was a really nice, half jab step in, lower the shoulder that Peterson did to give that run look to bring those linebackers up for the Snowbirds. Just overthrew it a bit. 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs. Peterson in the empty. He's going to go off left tackle. Big time hit made on the far side for the Snowbirds. It was number 5, Sam Jacobson, first Snowbird in there to limit Peterson to only a 2-yard gain. So first real passing situation we'll see here for Rudyard at the ball on their own 40.
You know, it's been nice to see Sam Jacobson back. I know he's been plagued with injuries the last couple of years, and just seems if it's one thing, if it's not one thing, it's another. And but he's played a huge role this year so far, and it's been nice to see Sam out there doing well.
It really has been. Rudyard now with a 3rd and 7, actually closer to a 3rd and 8. Empty for Peterson. He's scrambling to his right. He's rolling. He's going to tuck it and run. Puts his arm down into Brett Koshoniak. He stays in bounds, still moving down at the Snowbird 39. Eventually brought down by Sam Jacobson. Peterson forcing 2 missed tackles, and that is a killer for the St. Mary defense to give up that on 3rd and 7.
I know Coach O'Connell's still standing down there looking at the ground where he thinks he stepped out of bounds, but, you know, no matter what, you still got to wrap up and tackle, and we're not doing that right now.
Right.
Know? And you're not a kid of that size. You're not going to try to grab him up by the shoulder pads and tackle him. You gotta get low, and you got to wrap him up and drive your feet.
Ball on the Snowbird 39. Direct snap to Peterson. He's going a straight dive. Gets out to the Snowbird 36-yard line for a gain of 3 yards. Fast-moving first quarter of play here at the Gaylord St. Mary Sportsplex. We're already under 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
Yeah, that's what happens when you see about 3 passes a quarter.
Right.
You know, it moves pretty quick. But, you know, this quarterback, Peterson, for Rudyard is pretty impressive. Just a strong kid for sure.
I've been impressed with, you know, a very simple blocking scheme that Rudyard's been running. Nothing too crazy, but doing enough to get him in space. 1 minute, 30 seconds here as Peterson getting ready to take this snap. Direct snap to him. He's running around the right side. Grenier misses the tackle. Peterson ducks under one Snowbird and eventually brought down by Brett Koshoniak. Peterson will have a Bulldog first down to the Snowbird 21. They really seem to be favoring the right side of their offensive line, the Bulldogs are right now.
You know, and I think that, you know, if you're watching or whatever, but, you know, they're winning the line of scrimmage right now. They're driving our guys back 3 to 4 yards off the line of scrimmage, which, you know, makes it easy for a running back / quarterback to be able to see the field and make good cuts and good runs.
1st and 10, Bulldogs on the Snowbird 21. They're going to hand off to Bickle. Bickle puts his foot in the ground. He's got a cutback. Bickle's got a Bulldog touchdown. Wow, that was a slick move.
Yes, that was a great vision by Bickle right there. You know, off tackle to the left, and he cut all the way across the grain about 5 yards up the field in for a touchdown for the Bulldogs.
So Bickle scores from 21 yards. Rudyard putting points up on back-to-back possessions here. They're up 14-8 over the Gaylord St. Mary's Snowbirds. Charles Strail, Tom Pratt, Johnny Burkhart, and Shane Smith, our production crew this evening. Bulldogs lining up to go for 2 here. It's Peterson in an empty formation. He's running around the left side. He's no signal. He's not in. So Snowbirds defense limits the damage to only 6 points. Rudyard goes up 14-8 over the St. Mary's Snowbirds. 59 seconds remaining in the first quarter. This is Gaylord St. Mary football on Next Level Broadcasting. We'll be back right after this.
We all know northern Michigan winters take a toll on our parking lots and driveways, but Gaylord Seal Coating has you covered. A proud sponsor of local high school athletics, Gaylord Seal Coating specializes in infrared seamless asphalt repair, hot pour crack filling, striping, and more. Need a new snowplow solution this winter? GSC can do that too. Commercial, residential, private roadways, and associations, Gaylord Seal Coating is your answer. Give them a call today at 989-732-5003.
All right, Rudyard kicking this one off. It's off of the Snowbird, but the Snowbirds looked like they were able to get back on top of it. It was Jake Butler who recovered the squib kick, and Snowbirds will take over at midfield. A lot of the fans here, Tom, were holding their breath as Butler saw that one go off the front of his shoulder pads.
Not only they were holding their breath, I think I was holding my breath too right there. But good recover by
Butler.
Yeah, by Butler right there. And looks like it's going to be first down and 10, pretty much right at the 50-yard line.
Snowbirds this time send 2 receivers down to the bottom of the screen. One receiver, actually no, just one running back to the right of Jacobson. Jacobson keeping it. He's got the ball. He's got the edge. Jacobson with some speed. He's at the 20, cuts it back to the 10. Jacobson's going to take this for a house call. Snowbirds. Daniel Jacobson 50 yards on the touchdown run, and just like that, we've got a tie game between the Snowbirds and the Bulldogs. Excellent fake by Jacobson running the option there.
Yeah, just a great read. He rode that running back all the way down, let everybody suck in. He pulled it, and no one was touching him.
And you know that the defense bites. I think our cameraman might have been tricked a little bit there. That's when you know that the fake was carried out to perfection, and it certainly was.
Amen to that.
Snowbirds tied at 14, lining up to go for 2 here. Brett Krishoniak actually lined up behind center. It's going to be a direct snap to Dylan Croft. Lead blocking is Brett Krishoniak. Croft stretches out across the goal line. He's in for 2. So Snowbirds, it didn't take long, actually about 12 seconds of game time. Snowbirds go up 16-14 over the Rudyard Bulldogs. We're going to keep it here and thank some of our friends at Gaylord Eye Care Center. Well, I hope you didn't blink on that Jacobson touchdown run, but if you did or if you just didn't see it, we encourage you to go get those eyes checked at the Gaylord Eye Care Center. And with 4 locations in Gaylord, Sheboygan, Boyne City, and Bel Air, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to see every great play of Snowbird football here on Next Level Broadcasting. Get back in the game with Gaylord Eye Care Center, a local vision source provider. Also want to thank our friends at J&J Construction, not only for what they do in the community, but for their service and all the time that they put into making this Snowbird Sports Complex so wonderful. Many times we don't know where to go when beginning in the process of building or remodeling our home, but that's where the pros at J&J Construction come in. They help you in every step of the way, get you into your dream home, trusted by everyone and respected by all. J&J Construction, a proud supporter of Gaylord St. Mary Athletics. Charles Strail and Tom Pratt here in the broadcast booth from the Gaylord St. Mary Sports Complex. Tom, we just saw a 50-yard run ripped off by Daniel Jacobson to put the Snowbirds up 2 points over the Rudyard Bulldogs. Now it's a big, I don't want to say curtain call, but an opportunity for the Snowbird defense to make a stand. It's a squib kick fielded at the 30-yard line by Rudyard, and he's going to break it. Can he be tracked down? No, he's going to take it all the way number 30, unnamed on our roster, takes it all the way for a 70-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. Tom, what are we witnessing here? This is absolute craziness.
I'm kind of speechless right now. That was a great. I mean, he caught the ball actually over his shoulder,
right?
On a kickoff and just ran right up the gut. We didn't hold any lanes whatsoever. But hey, kudos to number 30, whoever that is. We apologize, we don't have your name, but good run by him, and obviously they executed well.
So Rudyard takes it back 70 yards on the kickoff return for a touchdown, and well, I don't know if you saw that one coming. I think that's the first touchdown given up on a kickoff for the Snowbirds all season. Obviously, it's a rare play to happen, but you don't want to see it happen in a game of this magnitude. As Rudyard's lining up to make it a 6-point game. Peterson dropping back to pass. Snowbirds have him covered up. Peterson booting to his left. He's going to take it and turn, and he's denied by the Snowbird defense once again. So on a had-to-have-it 2-point conversion attempt, Rudyard gets denied for the second straight time by the Snowbird defense. It's 20-16. We still got 34 seconds remaining in the first quarter, and we've had 14 points scored in 25 seconds. Charles Trail with Tom Pratt bringing you this homecoming game between the St. Mary's Snowbirds and the Rudyard Bulldogs. All right, we're in a shootout, Tom.
We are in a shootout. That's actually it's pretty exciting. I think that I know I kind of expected it. You doing your homework as well. You kind of expected it, but I know they're 4-3, but let me tell you, the Rudyard Bulldogs, they're the real deal. I mean, they got some athletes. They lost to Pickford, who's highly ranked, St. Ignace, who's highly ranked, and they played right with both of those teams.
Yeah.
And, this is not – their record does not identify them and tell us who they really are. And so that's, this is just a great game. And, obviously here comes if I had my poker chips out right now, I'm going to bet right now that this is an onside-er.
I would – actually, they go with the squib kick.
I lost all my –
and it's fielded by Sam Jacobson. He's turning it around. He's at the 50, breaks into Rudyard territory, brought down at the Rudyard 45-yard line. He was eventually brought down there by Landon Mayer.
Yeah, great. That kind of I thought that was going to happen the same thing that they did.
I thought it was Groundhog's Day, Tom.
Oh, my goodness. But great run by Sam Jacobson right there, and looks like it's going to be first down and 10 Snowbirds from the Bulldogs' 45-yard line.
This time, St. Mary sends one receiver to the top of the screen, two receivers to the top. Far side is Grenier. They're going to hand to Dylan Croft up the middle. Croft pirouettes his way down to the Rudyard 42-yard line for a pickup of 2 yards on 1st and 10. I missed it, but JT Grenier at the far side of the screen, Tom, blends in. And
he was right on the opposite sideline over there, but great job by number 22 for Rudyard, really holding his contain right there. They ran the same play they did when DJ ran the touchdown right there, but he really forced everything back inside, didn't allow DJ to keep the ball right there.
And that's going to do it for the first quarter of play here. Bulldogs on top of the Snowbirds, 20-16 after 12 minutes in the books. This is Snowbird football on Next Level Broadcasting. We'll be back for second quarter action right after these messages.
Are you interested in building a new home or renovating an existing one? With over 100 years of combined experience, J&J Construction is one of the most reliable and respected general contractors in our service area. J&J is a trusted construction partner valued by architects, subcontractors, financiers, and most of all, their clients. J&J Construction has been completing quality homes and improvement projects that add value to the communities they serve. They bring a passion for innovation and a commitment to quality to every job they do. Call them today.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
And welcome back. Second quarter about ready to get underway here between Snowbirds and Bulldogs. I want to thank our friends at Twin Bay Docks. Attention all water lovers. Twin Bay Docks is Northern Michigan's gold standard for your lakeside access. Trusted by consumers and distributors alike, featuring a superior patented vinyl design. Twin Bay Docks makes living life out on Otsego Lake even easier. That's Twin Bay Docks. Contact them for more information. Jacobson here in the shotgun. Brett Koshoniak to his right. Jacobson keeps it, bouncing it around the right side of the line. A nice job keeping contained by the Rudyard Bulldogs. Making the play was Bickle, number 27.
It's one of those things where you don't want to try to dance too much. When you don't think, when there's nothing there, you just want to go north. Well, from here it's east and west, but
right.
You just want to get upfield right now and try to just gain 1 or 2 yards at that point.
And that was a nice play made for a marginal gain. Snowbirds will have a 3rd and 6. Line to gain is the Bulldog 25. Brett Krishoniak shifts in to an H-back position behind the Snowbird as he motions to the just behind their right guard. Jacobson in the shotgun with Croft. Dropping back to pass. Got a wide open JT Grenier. Grenier with the catch. And Grenier's still on his feet. Ball's out. Ball is recovered by Aiden Bickle in the Rudyard Bulldogs. So Snowbirds turn it over once again on a fumble. And Bulldogs are going to take over after a takeaway. And that was a drastic turn of events there, Tom.
That was, I know JT Grenier's trying to hold his face mask like he was face mask, but that has nothing to do with securing the football. So, he just got it. It's one of those things, just same thing that happened to Peterson first play of the game. You just got to get down, or you better put 2 hands on that football when they're trying to hold you up like that, and you just better hold on for dear life.
Sometimes you got to realize that the possession of the ball is more important than that extra yard or 2.
Amen to that.
As Peterson's putting his shoulder down, running off of left tackle, picking up about 5 yards on 1st and 10.
That kid's probably carried the ball about 20 times.
Oh, man.
Already.
And my call yesterday with head coach Kevin O'Connell, he said that he expects Peterson to run it about 40 times.
Well, he's on track to do that, that's for sure. Looks like we got about 2nd and 5 right now from the Snowbirds, or from the Rudyard's own 22-yard line.
Yep, big-time opportunity for the Snowbirds to make a defensive stance. High snap, Bickle has it, and that play looked busted from the beginning, and Bulldogs lucky to pick up about a yard on that.
Looks like it looked like Bickle was in motion. It looked like Peterson tried to toss him the ball, but it just did not look in sync at all. And obviously, he's lucky to hold the football.
So I don't want to say a have to have it stop here on 3rd and 4 with only 10 minutes to go in the second quarter for the Snowbirds, but this one would be important for that defensive momentum. Direct snap to Peterson. Peterson cuts it back. He's got a 1st down. He's out and eventually dragged down by JT Grenier, helped out by Dylan Croft, but Rudyard moves the chains on 3rd and 3.
I'm not sure if you watched closely, but he bounced off about 3 kids before JT Grenier wrapped him up.
Yeah.
Because we didn't wrap up. We just tried to tackle with our shoulder, and you're just not going to tackle a kid of that size and that caliber by just trying to throw a shoulder into him.
Right. And this is a game script where Rudyard wants to be in, where they're able to keep this ball on the ground, keep pounding Peterson. This time they spread it out a little bit with 2 receivers to the top of the screen. Peterson in an empty set, motioning one man. He's keeping it around the right side, throwing back across his body to no one, looking for Bickle. Excuse me, not Bickle. The intended target was Eli Sprague. And yeah, good coverage by the Snowbirds. First time in a while we've seen the Bulldogs put it up in the air.
I think Eli and Bickle kind of both threw their hands up in the air like, wait, was that going to me? But hey, we got 2nd down and 10 right now. That was a nice little stop there by the Snowbirds. And, we just need another stop right here.
Right, see if they can string together a couple more plays like that. This time Rudyard shifts 2 backs to the left and right. They're going to run a little reverse handoff. I didn't see if they pulled a guard there, Tom, but the Snowbird linebackers did a good job of diagnosing that one from the jump.
I haven't seen them pull the guard all day. Not saying they haven't, but they're just playing smash mouth football. They're just that offensive line for Rudyard's just controlling the line of scrimmage, and that's what's creating 2 to 3 yards upfield that the running backs are able to get every single time.
So last time the Snowbirds had the Bulldogs in a 3rd and long, Peterson scrambled for a 20-yard gain. Let's see if the Snowbirds can keep contained here and also cover.
Here's where your play-action pass comes in.
Dropping back to pass is Peterson. Snowbird pass rush, unable to get home, but Rudyard's got a completion off of a tipped ball. It was off the hands of one receiver and eventually brought in by Landon Mayer.
Great concentration. I mean, Landon was going to the right. That ball got tipped and came back to the left, and he somehow made the catch. So, pretty good defense by the Snowbirds.
Right.
But
Snowbirds brought some pressure on that 3rd and 8. Rudyard able to pick it up and gets into Snowbird territory. Ball on the Snowbird 47. Empty set for Peterson. High snap. Gets a nice block out, washing out that left side of the Snowbird defensive line as Peterson picks his way down to the Snowbird 40.
Yeah, he first got wrapped up by Sam Jacobson there and finished off by Brett Kashoniak. Looks like it's going to be about 2nd and 5 from the Snowbirds' 42-yard line.
Might have got shortchanged a little bit on that spot, Tom, but the Snowbirds will take that.
Absolutely.
Peterson by himself in the backfield, working around the right side. Nice play made by the Snowbirds. That was Dylan Croft doing a good job of setting the edge and making a good form tackle as well.
That's what happens when you wrap up like that, you know. I mean, he just stopped. He stopped Peterson right in his tracks and drove his feet. And, you know, Dylan Croft, he's a man. I mean, that guy has some tree trunks for some legs. And when he uses them, you're not going to go very far.
Got to do and also give kudos to the Snowbird defensive line for not allowing any cutback lanes or any gaps as Peterson was rolling to his right. It's 3rd and a long 5 now. Maybe a hard count, and they got the Snowbirds. Yeah, well, I would have done the same thing. And when the hard count gives you a first down, actually it's going to be 3rd and inches.
But when you have Peterson in the backfield carrying the ball, this is okay,
right?
Because he's probably averaging 6-7 yards a carry, you know, right now, and you know, you got 1 yard to go.
This would be a time and place where Snowbirds got to be alert to a pass. And they just go right under center with the quarterback sneak. Peterson has it for the first down. He comes out of there, but the whistle was blown. And he has enough for a Rudyard first down, ball down at the 35-yard line of the Snowbirds. Tom, I was just kind of thinking out loud there, but on 3rd and 1, if you would have slipped a guy out of the backfield on like a play-action boot, I don't think anyone in the stands would have saw that one.
No, I mean, and Charles, that's, man, you should coach. You know, but no, that's you know you're probably going to get that first down either way. So doing that would not have been a bad idea.
Rudyard with double tight ends, I formation. Peterson under center, turning and handing off to Bickle. Bickle tripped up in the backfield. Nice play made by Daniel Jacobson. If Jacobson doesn't make that tackle on Bickle, Bickle might be running a long way.
No, that was a great tackle by Daniel Jacobson there. I know that Butler, I don't know if he was on a stunt or whatnot, but kind of ran right by Bickle, you know, and just got to kind of play with your head up a little bit. Even though you're potentially running a slant stunt or whatever, you still got to be able to see the ball and see where the play's going.
Yeah, a lot of run blitz action for the Snowbirds, especially mixing around those stunts on the defensive line to try to slow down this Rudyard running game. Snowbirds putting 5 guys at the line of scrimmage. Peterson under center with a twin back set behind him. Drops back to pass. He's booting out right. He's got a man open in the flats. Nice coverage by Sam Jacobson. Pass was intended for Eli Sprague, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 10 here for the Bulldogs. Another opportunity for the St. Mary defense to get off the field here, Tom. This is a pivotal 3rd down with 5 minutes, 32 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Once again, you got to watch these hard counts.
Yeah.
First off. And second, you just got to be disciplined.
Yeah.
You know, you can't have your eyes in the backfield. They're going to look. You know, obviously it's probably going to be a pass. You know, and it's 4 down territory right now. So to me, you're running the football. But
Peterson working around the right side, has to cut it back into the Snowbird defense. Good job by Dylan Croft to squeeze that edge down and force the cutback for Peterson. It's going to bring up a 4th and a long 6. Line to gain is just on the Bulldog side of the Snowbird 25-yard line. So first big decision here for the Rudyard Bulldogs with 5-10 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
You know, this is where you're going to probably get Peterson out around the edge, give him that run-pass option, give him that opportunity to be that dual-threat quarterback.
Bulldogs come out with 2 receivers to the bottom of the screen. Bickle to the top, Peterson in the empty. Motioning Sprague, back to pass, looking to throw. Over the middle, down the center, broken up by Daniel Jacobson. Well played by the St. Mary quarterback and defensive back and defensive end sometimes. And Jacobson broke that one up at the 10-yard line. Turnover on downs. St. Mary takes over at the 32-yard line.
Great play by Daniel Jacobson right there, you know, going in, breaking up. I mean, he was great pass by Peterson right there, but great job once again by Daniel Jacobson for breaking that up. Looks like it's going to be 1st down and 10 Snowbirds. Now obviously going from our left to our right, starting at their own 31-yard line.
It looked like Jacobson knew he could make the play on the ball, but he had to wait so he didn't interfere with the receiver intended target, Landon Mayer. Snowbirds send trips to the bottom of the screen. Jacobson by himself in the backfield. He takes the snap, looking to pass over the middle. Dylan Croft had it go right through his hands. And the coverage on the play was Andrew Pippo.
Nope, Postma.
Postma, okay.
Kyle Postma, number 23. And, you know, I mean, that's a catch that usually you're probably going to see Dylan make. And, you know, just went right through his hands. And, you know.
It looked like he was already getting the feet back in gear as he was just trying to run that little, like, skinny slant over the middle. Snowbirds showing a little bit of a different wrinkle here on offense now with 4 minutes, 43 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Jacobson looking to the sideline. Grenier to the bottom of the screen. Jacobson back to pass, throwing the slant. Got a completion to JT Grenier, and Grenier is out to the 49-yard line. Same play, just a different formation for the Snowbirds, and the sure-handed Grenier puts the Snowbirds out at the 49-yard line. A nice pitch and catch of, well, they'll give them 15 yards.
To me, right now, I'd go back to that. I'd run it to the opposite side now. Make them adjust to that formation, you know, and just keep throwing it to JT.
That's right. Jacobson alone by himself, empty set. JT Grenier to the bottom of the screen. It's going to be a design quarterback draw, and a couple blocks were missed up front by the Snowbirds as the Bulldogs were able to bring Jacobson down after about a 2-yard gain on 1st and 10. I like the play call there, Tom. Snowbirds trying to spread this Bulldog defense out a little bit.
No, that was a good call. You know, I think DJ just got caught, his feet got caught up, and one of the offensive linemen slowed him down a little bit. He probably, you know, it looked like he had a nice little hole right there, but, you know, hey, here it is. We're 2nd and 8 now.
2nd and 8. Snowbirds motioning some men around. Brett Kashoniak joins Dylan Croft as 2 H-backs ahead of Jacobson, who's alone by himself. Dropping back to pass, looking. Jacobson is going to be sacked in the backfield. A loss of 6 yards. And he's all the way back at the Snowbird 39-yard line. Protection broke down there for the Snowbirds. It looked like they were trying to run a 9 route or just a go ball to Grenier on the bottom of the screen, and Jacobson didn't like what he saw.
Well, you got to almost have max protection at that point. If you're gonna run that go route, you got to give your quarterback a little bit of time to throw the football.
Jacobson in the empty set once again, trips to the top of the screen this time for the Snowbirds. It's a 3rd and 14. He rolling to his left. He's going to turn it and tuck and run. Nice play made by the Rudyard defender to bring down Jacobson. That's Damon McDowell. So 4th down coming up for the Snowbirds after a frantic start to this game. Both offenses are kind of stuck in neutral here as the St. Mary's Snowbirds have a decision here on 4th and 14. While they think about that decision, we're going to thank our friends at Hudson John Deere that make your decision about buying a new compact tractor or lawnmower even easier. Listen, as the seasons change, but the chores never stop. It's time to gear up for fall with a John Deere compact tractor or side-by-side to get you out to that deer blind. Plenty of inventory and thousands in savings. A John Deere compact tractor from Hudson. Your fall chores just got easier. See for yourself at HudsonInc.com. Also want to thank our halftime sponsor, which we'll be talking about them in 2 minutes, 36 seconds of game time, the Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport. Traverse City Cherry Capital is your gateway to northern Michigan, and now is your time to fly TVC. TVC Airport will also get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. When looking to book your next flight itinerary, look no further. Visit tvcairport.com. Also, Twin Bay Docks. Attention all water lovers. Twin Bay Docks is northern Michigan's gold standard for your lakeside access. Trusted by consumers and distributors alike, featuring a superior patented vinyl design, Twin Bay Docks makes life out on the water easy. So when you're taking your dock out next spring, look at Twin Bay Docks. Jacobson back to punt for the Snowbirds. Gets it off underway. Bounces at the Bulldog 34. Picked up and with the head of steam making his way out to the 42-yard line. Return of 8 yards for Landon Mayer for Rudyard. So a little bit of gamesmanship now takes place here, Tom. Snowbirds will receive the third quarter kickoff. Obviously, we've seen it a lot in professional football, but if you can get a stop here and then get the ball, maybe put some points on the board, then you receive the ball in the third quarter, opportunity to go 2 for 1.
For sure. Just getting a stop here with just over 2 minutes left and keeping it where it's at is where the Snowbirds really want to be at for sure.
Peterson on the design keeper. He's got a lane up the middle, cuts back at the 40. Peterson is going – he's in a foot race. Peterson chased by Grenier. Peterson's in for a Bulldog touchdown. Late flag flies and another late flag flies. So 2 flags thrown late. And that's in the direction of a block in the back, I want to say. So that could erase these points for Peterson and the Bulldogs, but we'll have to wait for the call. As it stands, a 56-yard touchdown run.
That's actually going to bring the football back 15 yards from the spot of the fall. Block in the back. Yeah.
So the
Tanner Baker, unfortunately.
It appears that the block in the back took place at like the 7-yard line.
And no one was around Peterson.
So really an ill-advised penalty for the Bulldogs. So that'll wipe away that big touchdown run, but still they get the gain and have it down deep into the Snowbird red zone. 1st and 10, Rudyard, 2 minutes, 20 seconds remaining. Peterson alone by himself. Gets a block on the right side. Stiff arms a Snowbird. He's across. He's out down the sideline and in for 6. Wow. Peterson putting the team on his back and is in for 7 from 17 yards out for another touchdown run for the Bulldogs.
He's impressive. He is impressive. Obviously, you can tell that the Rudyard Bulldogs had a game plan, and that was to put the football in Peterson's hands and put the team on his back, and that's exactly what he's doing right now.
Well, he's putting the team on his back, but I would want to make a point. When he puts the ball in his right arm and has that left arm free for a stiff arm, it's a deadly stiff arm. We've seen it on 2 of the Snowbirds' best tacklers that he's put right down in the dirt. Peterson alone by himself now as Rudyard shifts some personnel around. He's dropping back to pass. Slips a man out and has got a completion for the 2-point conversion. Bodies on pile in the end zone, and it's going to be caught by Callan Lawler. And the Bulldogs go up 28-16, so a 2-score game now between Bulldogs and Snowbirds here on Next Level Broadcasting. We're going to step aside, and when we come back, Snowbirds will be getting this kickoff from Rudyard right after this.
Now's the time to fly from your northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Okay, here we are. Charles Strail, Tom Pratt, and the rest of the Next Level Broadcasting crew here bringing this one to you. Gaylord St. Mary's Snowbirds taking on the Rudyard Bulldogs. While we have a moment, we would like to thank our friends at Gaylord Seal Coating and St. Mary alumni Matt Collins. Matt, hope you're able to tune in tonight from sunny Los Angeles. Listen, if you've grown up in Michigan, you've grown up with cracked roads, parking lot pavements that you can't trust, and potholes the size of some Snowbird offensive linemen. If your driveway, parking lot, or other surface needs an overhaul, check out the pros at Gaylord Seal Coating. Gaylord Seal Coating has got you covered. Squib kick recovered at the 47-yard line by, actually 48-yard line by Brett Kashoniak. And the Snowbirds will set up shop here, down 12, 2 minutes, 13 seconds. A little strategy that the Snowbirds are going to have to implement here, Tom. Want to use up enough clock so you don't give Rudyard the ball back, but you still want to get some points on the board.
No, absolutely. You know, they got to be smart. They got to obviously run the clock down a little bit, but and just take your time. You know, you don't got to rush up to the line of scrimmage and snap the ball. And you know, and we don't have to throw it on all three of these first 3 downs. We don't have to throw it.
Jacobson rolling to his right. He's got a man open in the flats. Completion to Dylan Croft. Pickup of 5 yards on 1st and 10, and that'll keep the clock moving. Croft made sure that he brought that one in after Jacobson put that one right on him.
Nice little rollout to the Jacobson's right, and yeah, like you said, just dropped a dime right into Croft's chest.
Jacobson empty once again, looking to run, and that's intercepted. What a read and reaction play by Callan Lawler. He was covering the flat route. Intended target was Dylan Croft, and Lawler, actually, excuse me, that was Cameron Peterson. Go figure, the man who's doing it all.
Yeah.
I saw number 8, but it was really number 9, Cam Peterson for the Bulldogs, and that is a killer.
You want your best players stepping up in big games, and
that was
he's doing it.
That was a great play. 1 minute 41 seconds left in the second quarter, and it looks like we got a timeout taken by the Snowbirds. With 1 minute 41 seconds remaining, Snowbirds down 28-16. A little recap there of that St. Mary possession. They got a 5-yard completion and then turned it over on the interception. That was the 3rd turnover of the game for the Snowbirds. So, you know, Tom, we've seen a lot of offense in this one. I think the difference in the game right now is that Rudyard is limiting their turnovers. They're also winning the turnover margin right now 3-1.
Yeah, no, they're definitely winning the turnover margin 3-1. But what they're also doing is they're capitalizing on our turnover. So not only are we turning the ball over, they're getting the ball, and I want to say 2 out of the last 3 times they have, you know, and they're in the possession right now where they just got a turnover. But I think they've scored on both those turnovers.
Yeah, and so like the St. Mary's turnover. The second one happened on a nice play completion. JT Grenier fumbled at the 18-yard line of the Rudyard Bulldogs, so that St. Mary possession was already in the red zone when that turnover happened. So some impactful spots that the Snowbirds have turned the ball over here. This one took place at the 46-yard line of the Bulldogs. So Peterson and company back out on the field looking for more points with 1 minute 41 remaining. He motions Bickle over to the other side, strong side of the screen. Peterson back to pass, intercepted by Jacobson. Jacobson with a convoy in front of him. Jacobson at the 20 and brought down actually at the 23-yard line.
Great. Hey, you throw an interception and you come back and get an interception. Hey, that's the way to step up, Daniel Jacobson. Good job.
No, that's why you don't hang your head. That's why you keep playing, Tom. What you just said is a beautiful compliment to Daniel Jacobson because he kind of threw an ugly interception on the previous play.
Yep.
Comes right back, picks it off, returns it. Let's see, the ball is on the 25-yard line, so he returned it 21 yards.
Yep.
Snowbirds now with something brewing here with 1 minute 32 remaining in the second quarter. Gun 2 back now for the Snowbirds. Kashoniak, Jacobson, and Croft making up that 3-man trio. And they're going to directly snap it to Dylan Croft. He picks it up breaks a tackle, and he makes the most of a play that could have been a disaster for the Snowbirds.
Yeah, no, it looks like there's a flag on the play, though. And that's what's tough about, you're trying to direct snap or whatever they're trying to do is, one little mishap like that. And, Croft fumbled the football in the backfield. Luckily, he picked it up, but we'll see what this flag is.
Face mask against the Rudyard Bulldogs. Well, let's see, from the 22-yard line, that'll be half the distance.
Yep. No, it's just a 5-yard from the spot.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So it's still 2nd and 4 now for the Snowbirds. That gun two back look once again. This time, awaiting the snap. It's a direct snap to Dylan Croft. He gets 2 blocks from Jacobson and Kashoniak. Croft picks his way down to the Bulldog 21-yard line, and it's 3rd and inches now for the Snowbirds. About 1 minute remaining here. Snowbirds with 2 timeouts left. Bulldogs with 2 timeouts left. As a timeout, well, let's see here. We might have a call for a measurement.
Looks like I'm not really. Looks like the refs want to have a little powwow. Not really sure why, because there's no flags on the field, but we will see.
They had the
so
down.
what happened was when that face mask, it was a repeat first down. They had it as 2nd down into a 3rd down.
Yep.
So they wanted to just make that clear.
So it's now 2nd and short. Clock is running for the Snowbirds. Snap it. Jacobson keeps it. He picks his way down for a first down. Jacobson has it, and the clock stops as we've got a timeout taken by the Snowbirds with 40 seconds remaining. They'll have it at the Bulldog 13-yard line. So with 40 seconds left, 1 timeout remaining, Tom, you've got all the plays in your playbook. Maybe on 1st or 2nd down we see a pass. We've seen Grenier show an ability to get open against this Bulldog defense.
Yeah, I think that there's no reason to panic. There's still a lot of time, especially with it 1 timeout left, but you got to be smart. You do have to throw the football here at some point, but, I would. I would probably, throw it here, then probably run the football, call timeout, and then look on 3rd down potentially if we don't get a first down there on throwing the football again. But we'll see what Coach O'Connell has up his sleeve here for the Snowbirds. It is 1st down and 10 from the 13-yard line. We still have an opportunity to get a first down.
Let's see what the Snowbirds drew up in that timeout there. Jacobson by himself, Croft and Kashoniak to his right. They're lead blocking around the right side. Jacobson has the edge. Jacobson dives. Jacobson is in for 6, and Jacobson has a Snowbird touchdown, his 2nd of the evening. Nice job leading the way on the right side of the line was Brett Kashoniak and Dylan Croft sealing the edge for Jacobson to do his thing.
That's who I'd want lead blocking for me.
Oh, yeah.
But two tough kids right there. But great effort by DJ. I know he was about to get tackled, jumped up, leaped, and reached over. But, great job by the Snowbirds there to capitalize off that turnover. Obviously 28-22 now, waiting here for the 2-point conversion.
So St. Mary could attempt an extra point here with, just a regular PAT. It wouldn't make a difference in how many – it's still a one-score game either way.
Yep.
But we haven't seen them attempt a point after in close games like this one right now. So they're lining up to go for 2. Jacobson by himself. Rolling to his right, looking to pass. Got a completion in the back of the end zone to Grenier. And the Snowbirds are good on the 2-point attempt. Nice job of showing patience on the rollout by Jacobson. And the Snowbirds are back to within 4. So just a quick recap of the last minute and 30 seconds if you're just now joining us. Jacobson and the Snowbirds had a turnover on the Rudyard 46-yard line. On the very next play, the Bulldogs turned it back over to the hands of Daniel Jacobson. He returned it 21 yards down to the Rudyard 23. The Snowbirds got 1 first down, and then on
first and 10 from the Rudyard 12, scored on the Jacobson touchdown run. So it's been a back-and-forth affair with 35 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Snowbirds will receive the third quarter kick. So a pivotal defensive possession for the Snowbirds here if they want to go into half only down 4.
No, absolutely. But that was a great recap there, Charles, because obviously a lot of things happened in the last minute or so. But, that was a great, Coach O'Connell has to be very happy with how his kids responded right there. From creating a turnover, getting a turnover to creating another turnover and going in and scoring right before half.
Jacobson tees it up. It's a squib kick that bounces, taken at the 44-yard line. Guess who? Peterson, sure-handed, scooped that one up like a ground ball in baseball. Left-handed, just stuck. And he gets it out into Snowbird territory. He and the Bulldog offense will have 31 seconds to try and put more points on the board.
I got to believe, Rudyard's been known for a pretty good baseball program.
Yeah.
I got to believe with him playing quarterback and just how athletic he is he's probably plays baseball up there as well.
I bet he's a third baseman.
You think so?
I'd say so. Typically, or a shortstop, whatever. Right now, he's doing his thing at quarterback. Empty set for him. Butler was in the backfield, and Peterson cuts it back. Peterson at the 30-yard line, tackled out of bounds by Jacobson, and Peterson has a nice gain of 20 yards. Clock stops as he went out of bounds with 23 seconds remaining, and we've got some drama here nearing the end of the second quarter. That was one that the Snowbirds just kind of let slip right through their fingertips.
Yeah, Jake Butler's just got to be a little more disciplined coming off the edge there. But, we just got to wrap up. That's plain and simple. And be more disciplined.
Right. Rudyard with 5 offensive linemen. Direct snap to Peterson. Butler kind of tried shooting it inside, and Peterson ducks out of bounds at the 20-yard line. So it looks like it looks like Jake Butler's having a hard time there, whether coming down too tight on the offensive line or going too wide there, Tom.
It's just about being disciplined. You can't play football without your eyes.
Right.
You got to see what's coming at you. You just can't crash hard with your head down, especially when you're that end man supposed to be containing.
Bulldogs have it on the St. Mary 20-yard line, 18 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Peterson in an empty formation, sticks his leg in the ground. Now he's looking to pass, scrambling. Had a high-low block on a St. Mary defensive lineman. Peterson still scrambling around with it and is brought down by Jacobson at the Snowbird 16-yard line, but didn't get out of bounds. Clock is wound by that line judge. So the clock is stopped at 4 seconds, and I think Rudyard was forced to take a timeout there, Tom.
Yeah, I think I'll be honest with you. I was kind of watching back behind.
Looked like a chop.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Or a high-low.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. But
it was. It looked like the Snowbird that was in there initially was Joseph O'Connell, and he kind of got high-lowed and no call.
But hey, we probably got one more play left.
Right.
Unless they want to try to throw the ball quick, but. They have, looks like the ball's on the 16-yard line of the Snowbirds.
If Rudyard ever attempted a field goal, now would be a time to do it. It would be about a 32-yard attempt if they lined up to go for that field goal, which would put them up by 1 full score and an extra point. So 4 seconds remaining, and I'm not going to go out on much of a limb here, but I think they're going to put the ball in Peterson's hand and let him make something happen.
And I wouldn't put it past him to make a play. Now, I obviously I'm not sure it'll be a touchdown, but he's gonna make it interesting. That's for sure.
So it's been a wild ride so far, almost through 12 or 24 minutes of play here on homecoming night from the Gaylord St. Mary Sportsplex. Field looks great for its inaugural season. Charles Strail, Tom Pratt, and the rest of the Next Level Broadcasting broadcast crew here bringing this one. Hopefully you're enjoying it wherever you're watching from, as the Bulldogs send 2 receivers to each side of the screen, or 1 to the bottom, 2 to the top, motioning 1 man. Peterson back to pass, dumps it in the flat to Bickle. Bickle can break 1 tackle. He does. Bickle cuts it back. Bickle in for 6. Oh, my goodness. They drew that one up off the timeout, and Bickle in for 6 right before the half. Bulldogs go up 34-24, and that one hurts, Tom.
That does hurt. And, you know, I know something. I know DJ or Daniel Jacobson's pretty upset. He felt like he got held there. But, you know, you just got to fight those things off, man. And,
yeah.
You know, you can't blame anybody else. You can't blame the refs. You know, we just we have to play better in the second half, plain and simple.
2-point attempt. Peterson cuts it back in. He's got it. Bulldogs go up 36-24. It's still a 12-point game, but a crushing late second quarter drive for the Bulldogs puts them up 12 at halftime. We're going to go ahead and step aside, and when we come back after our message from our sponsors, we'll have the Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport halftime show. This is St. Mary football on Next Level Broadcasting. Stay with us, folks. Halftime show coming up right after these messages.
We all know that Jimmy John's is everyone's go-to option for freaky fast subs. But did you know that they're unveiling new menu options? That's right, Jimmy John's new menu has something for everyone and is a great way to feed the whole family. So, whether you're watching the big game, hard at work, or taking the family out to eat, Jimmy John's wants to make finding a gourmet sandwich easy. The crew of Next Level Broadcasting trusts their pregame meals to Jimmy John's, and you should too, at Jimmy John's in Gaylord.
Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to be offering their services to local communities across northern Michigan. With locations in Gaylord, Point City, Bel Air, and Sheboygan, they're committed to serving you and providing a trusted source of credentials and expertise. If you're struggling with anything vision related, then don't hesitate to schedule a consultation and meet their friendly and experienced staff for yourself.
I'm Ryan Beningo, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installation, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike many service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording.
Welcome to Hudson's, where we strive to be more than a dealer, and we work hard to pair you with the right equipment. Whether your land spans thousands of acres or just a small yard, come visit us. At Hudson, we provide the service and expertise to get the job done right. And for a limited time, get 0% for 84 months on select John Deere compact utility tractors. To get a quote, come into your local Hudson or visit us online at hudsony.com.
We all know northern Michigan winters take a toll on our parking lots and driveways, but Gaylord Seal Coating has you covered. A proud sponsor of local high school athletics, Gaylord Seal Coating specializes in infrared seamless asphalt repair, hot pour crack filling, striping, and more. Need a new snowplow solution this winter? GSC can do that too. Commercial, residential, private roadways, and associations, Gaylord Seal Coating is your answer. Give them a call today at 989-732-5003. Are you interested in building a new home or renovating an existing one? With over 100 years of combined experience, J&J Construction is one of the most reliable and respected general contractors in our service area. J&J is a trusted construction partner valued by architects, subcontractors, financiers, and most of all, their clients. J&J Construction has been completing quality homes and improvement projects that add value to the communities they serve. They bring a passion for innovation and a commitment to quality to every job they do. Call them today.
Today's game is presented by J&J Construction, Gaylord Seal Coating, Jimmy John's, Twin Bay Docks, Professional Seamless Gutters, Schultz's Marathon Party Store, Golf Gaylord, John Deere Hudson, Gaylord Eye Care Center, and Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport. We hope you have enjoyed tonight's game.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
I'm Ryan Beningo, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installation, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike many service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding the gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
We all know that Jimmy John's is everyone's go-to option for freaky fast subs. But did you know that they're unveiling new menu options? That's right, Jimmy John's new menu has something for everyone and is a great way to feed the whole family. So, whether you're watching the big game, hard at work, or taking the family out to eat, Jimmy John's wants to make finding a gourmet sandwich easy. The crew of Next Level Broadcasting trusts their pregame meals to Jimmy John's, and you should too, at Jimmy John's in Gaylord.
Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to be offering their services to local communities across northern Michigan. With locations in Gaylord, Point City, Bel Air, and Sheboygan, they're committed to serving you and providing a trusted source of credentials and expertise. If you're struggling with anything vision related, then don't hesitate to schedule a consultation and meet their friendly and experienced staff for yourself.
Today's game is presented by J&J Construction, Gaylord Seal Coating, Jimmy John's, Twin Bay Docks, Professional Seamless Gutters, Schultz's Marathon Party Store, Golf Gaylord, John Deere Hudson, Gaylord Eye Care Center, and Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport. We hope you have enjoyed tonight's game.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
All right, welcome in to the Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport halftime show here on Next Level Broadcasting. Snowbirds awarding their homecoming king and queen. The king goes to Dylan Croft, Charles Strail, Tom Pratt. We're going to award the homecoming queen, which is Miriam Morrell. Congratulations to Dylan and Miriam. We're at halftime right now. This is the Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport halftime show, and we have a special guest in our booth. It is varsity basketball coach for the Snowbirds, Dale Jacob, joining us. Dale, thank you for being a part of our halftime.
Thank you, Charles, for having me.
Well, hey, glad you could come up, talk a little football, basketball, mix in a little bit of what you've been seeing so far through 24 minutes of play out here on homecoming night for the Snowbirds. And one thing, let me ask you this. When you're in a shootout in a basketball game, because this is a shootout, what's one thing that you go into at halftime when you might just be scratching your head a little bit thinking, man, I didn't think this was going to happen? How do you go into the halftime locker room, assess what's going on, and then come out when you have to, throw away that first half game plan and figure something out for the second half?
Yeah, there's some keys to that first half probably. Like I said, I'm not same dynamics in basketball as in football. You can't have turnovers.
Right.
Some big turnovers there, and at the end of the day, at some point you got to stop them on defense.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. So far, Rudyard winning the turnover battle 3-2. St. Mary with those costly turnovers, that points off of turnovers as well is a big statistic. And
right.
Rudyard doing a good job of turning those St. Mary points into turnovers. But the third facet of the game that isn't talked about a lot, special teams. Rudyard had a 70-yard kickoff return for a touchdown in this one, which aids them in their 12-point lead here at halftime. So offense, defense, got to come into that holy trinity of offense, defense, and special teams.
The good news, Charles, I mean, we're down a couple scores here, but get the ball coming out at halftime right. And if you can put it in, it's a one-possession game again, and you got to get a stop. And hopefully they can do that and keep fighting. They got to figure out a way to stop the running attack of the Bulldogs there.
Yeah, led by number 9, Cameron Peterson for the Bulldogs. It certainly is a game that Rudyard wants this game script to be in. Up 12 at halftime. They don't have to put it up. They don't have to throw it. They can keep grounding the clock and just trying to wind as much clock as they can, keep those 3-4 yard gains and the chains moving. For the Snowbirds, it's their offense has looked fine. And Tom, you can attest to this. The offense hasn't really been the problem outside of those turnovers.
I don't think you change your game plan offensively. I mean, you put 24 points up in the first half, but the biggest thing is you got to make a stop or two on defense. You got to be disciplined. There's a lot of kids, not just one. There's a lot of kids out there that are just not being disciplined right now. If it's not in your assignment, if it's not in, it could be your tackling or whatever. I know we've made some mentions about, making sure that you're playing with your eyes as well. But you got to make a tackle. And so I don't think offensively we change much. I don't think we have a lot of time. I don't think we panic. I think we come out and play our game plan that we had right off the bat. Like I said, we've put up 24 points. We've gave up 36. Obviously, if anything, defensively is where we need to make our changes in our game plan when we come out in the second half.
Yep, just to recap, Snowbirds 3 for 3 on 2-point after attempts. Rudyard only converting on 3 of their 2-point after attempts, which is why it is 36-24. Snowbirds scoring. It's been 2 touchdowns by Daniel Jacobson, 1 by JT Grenier. And Snowbirds will receive the third quarter kick. One thing that you're looking forward to, aside from tonight, but we'll bring this kind of full circle as we have Dale here. We can mix in a little basketball. As a basketball coach watching a football game, Dale, you're obviously rooting for the team to win, but you're also hoping for no injuries, especially to those shooting hands, shoulders, ankles. So when there's a big hit, do you turn away, or how do you handle that pressure?
Yeah, I may have mentioned to DJ to not fight for that extra yard here and there, but
okay.
He doesn't listen to me, so we'll keep our fingers crossed. They'll be fine. It'll make them tougher on the hardwood, so we're happy they're having some success in football.
And kind of now that we're talking, there's a little switching gears here. Obviously, Coach Jacob, you graduated a pretty big class last year with some athletes, some very good athletes. And, what do you see this coming season? What have you seen in the off season that you like, or some things that you think that you're going to have to change a little bit to adapt to the team that you have now?
Yeah, I think that's, in a small school, I think that's what you often do is have to adapt. We lost 3 good seniors and 2 big scorers in Brody and Gavin last year. And this year we're going to go from probably being the smallest team in the league to maybe one of the biggest teams in the league. And we're going to have a 2-post offense probably. And, it'll be different, but we got a lot of pieces. We got a really good shooter in DJ. Ryland's athletic and really improved, had a great summer. We got Dylan back and, Lucas, a young Lucas is back, and we got to get Hogan healthy again at guard, and we're going to be pretty deep this year, so it'll all come down to coaching.
Yeah, you got you, Dale, along with Gary Metowski, and I think with you two, you guys will be just fine. And I want to kind of go back. Yeah, we had a very small team, more quick, very athletic last year. This year, I know you just talked about you're going to probably go more to a two-post offense. You know, obviously you got some size. You got Lucas coming back. He's 6'5". You know, you have another kid, 6'4". You know, Ryland's probably 6'1", 6'2". You're going to have some height. So obviously, offensively, you might not have, you know, a well-rounded scoring attack. So, you know, what do you think your keys are this year, offensively and defensively, to be successful?
Well, honestly, I'm not convinced. I'm not sure what we're going to do defensively yet. I've been thinking about that. We'll see how we look when we get into the gym and put everybody out there and see how athletic we are. But offensively, I'm hoping we, you know, have a lot more contribution from the paint this year. Hopefully we can get the ball inside, and that'll free up opportunities on the perimeter too if we can do that. So, yeah, I'm excited. I think there's a lot of good teams in our league. I think there's going to be a lot of great games this year.
Yeah, you know, you talk about good teams in your league. I mean, I don't personally see one team really standing out to, you know, come out as, you know, preseason number one coming in the Ski Valley. You know, obviously there's probably going to be that one team, but you know, you got a good, solid on-away team coming back, very solid and athletic. Inland Lakes team, a very solid, athletic, and young still Bel Air team.
Right.
Ski Valley, it's going to be very exciting this year to watch. You're not going to have that one dominant team, one or two dominant teams. It's going to be a battle, a couple times a week, getting that late season.
I think you're right. I think Indian River, Onaway, probably everybody's probably got them as the favorites in the league. And then after that, you know, Bel Air is going to be good. Mansalona's going to be improved. And then, you know, Central Lake beat Bel Air twice last year, and both teams have everybody back. So it'll be a lot of tough games, and it's going to be exciting.
Yeah, no, Charles, you have something?
I was just going to say, you know, this isn't necessarily a technical standpoint, but more of a mindset and physical mindset and just the mental toughness that the Snowbirds have. We're going to talk about that more when we come back after this.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport, TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Welcome to Hudson's, where we strive to be more than a dealer, and we work hard to pair you with the right equipment. Whether your land spans thousands of acres or just a small yard, come visit us. At Hudson, we provide the service and expertise to get the job done right. And for a limited time, get 0% for 84 months on select John Deere compact utility tractors. To get a quote, come into your local Hudson or visit us online at hudsony.com.
We all know northern Michigan winters take a toll on our parking lots and driveways, but Gaylord Seal Coating has you covered. A proud sponsor of local high school athletics, Gaylord Seal Coating specializes in infrared seamless asphalt repair, hot pour crack filling, striping, and more. Need a new snowplow solution this winter? GSC can do that too. commercial, residential, private roadways, and associations, Gaylord Seal Coating is your answer. Give them a call today at 989-732-5003.
And welcome back into the Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport halftime show here on Next Level Broadcasting. Charles Trail, Tom Pratt, joined by our special halftime guest, Snowbird varsity basketball coach Dale Jacob. As we were leading out to break, I did what they call in the industry a radio tease, as we said we were going to get to this before we cut to break. So Dale, I was talking about the mental toughness of these Snowbird athletes. Talk a little bit about how you've been able to push these kids even harder because of that mental toughness and mental acuity that these players have by having, good, hard coaching between yourself, head coach Kevin O'Connell. You know that you can really push these kids to get the best out of them.
Yeah, I think the fact that most of our kids are three-sport athletes, they're used to competing. And, I think our program over the last few years has just kind of gotten a little more established, and our practices are a little bit more intense, and we just got good kids, and they work hard, and we're fortunate to have Coach O'Connell doing what he does, and he definitely demands that toughness. So it definitely, I think it comes out, transitions over to basketball and the other sports too.
Certainly it does. So Snowbirds with a 12-point deficit here at halftime. They'll receive the third quarter kick we were talking about earlier during the break. And, I think right now the Snowbirds just need to kind of take a deep breath, reassess what's going on. The errors, I think, are pretty evident on what the Snowbirds defensively. And the big key, in my opinion, and you guys can either agree or disagree, is whether or not the Snowbirds can mentally change those mistakes and adjust after realizing that they've been making those mistakes defensively.
Yeah, I think as we get going here, like we said, if we can take care of the ball, and not turn it over, and maybe go down and score here on the first possession, and then just it's a new game, So one possession at a time, I guess.
Even if you take out, some of the lapses on defense, if you look at and add up the margin in terms of turnovers, Rudyard is ahead 2 turnovers, same area with 3 turnovers, and then add in the 70-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. That's basically the difference in the game as it's reflected on the scoreboard right now.
Yeah. Yep. We've got to take care of business. I bet you we're going to come out and make adjustments, and I feel good about the second half. So let's go Snowbirds.
Want to give a quick update to everybody who's tuning live. Might be wondering about the status of the Gaylord versus Jackson Lumen Christi game. Blue Devils are on top of the Lumen Christi Titans 21-7 midway through the third quarter, just about 4.5 blocks away here from the Gaylord St. Mary Sports Complex. We've got 12 minutes on the clock here. We want to thank everyone for tuning in. This has been the Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport halftime show. Snowbirds getting ready to receive the kick from the Rudyard Bulldogs, and they're teeing it up. Snowbirds are still stretching it out. They're going to jog over to their sidelines here and get ready in anticipation for the start of the third quarter. But before we do, we want to thank Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport. We want to make sure that you know the next time you're looking to fly, choose Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport for all of your online booking reservations. Check them out at tvcairport.com. Thank you once again, Dale, for joining us on the halftime show. Enjoy the rest of homecoming.
Yeah, thanks, Charles.
You're welcome. As that kick goes out of bounds, Snowbirds will set up shop with good field position at, let's see, they'll mark that one after the kick goes out of bounds. They'll set up at the 40-yard line. And we'll see that Snowbird offense for the first time in the third quarter.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think we change anything offensively. I think, obviously we put up 24 points in the first half. We make some adjustments defensively. We stick to our game plan offensively, and I think the Snowbirds will like the outcome.
I think, with that touchdown at the end of that second quarter, if St. Mary can come out and put some points on the board, it'd go a long way just to try and cleanse the memory of the most recent second quarter touchdown that the Bulldogs were able to put up just before halftime. We've got 12 minutes on the clock. Snowbirds with the ball on the 40-yard line. Here we go. We've got football once again here on Next Level Broadcasting. Snowbirds motion Brett Koshoniak and Dylan Croft across the formation. Direct snap to Jacobson. He's running around the left side. Big time hit applied. Wow. That was a solid collision. First Bulldog who really came in there and introduced himself to Daniel Jacobson. Tom, I think that was
Eli Sprague.
Yeah. And he came in there with some authority.
For everybody watching, if you want to know how to fill an alley, coming from a free safety or a strong safety standpoint, that's exactly how you do it.
That was a nicely played tackle by Sprague as the Snowbirds have a 2nd and 8 ball on their own 42. Jacobson working around right side, got a nice lane, cuts it back. First down Snowbirds, and he's brought down at the Bulldog 46. He saw a little crease on that cutback and took advantage of it.
No, that was a great run, great vision by Daniel Jacobson there. Obviously gave us a first down into Rudyard territory.
The ball now at the 46-yard line of the Bulldogs. Jacobson and the Snowbirds working with their first possession here in the third quarter. Already into Rudyard territory. This drive started at the 40-yard line thanks to the illegal procedure for Rudyard kicking their opening kickoff out of bounds. Shotgun for Jacobson, flanked to his left by Koshoniak. He's going to hand to Koshoniak. Koshoniak met right at the line of scrimmage. First Bulldog in there was Damon McDowell.
And I think that, one key that we need offensively, though, is we got to win the battles up front.
Big bingo.
We got some hosses up there, and we got to make sure we're winning those battles.
One thing for the Snowbirds, we saw some effectiveness in the first half thrown outside to JT Grenier. He's been split out wide most of the time. This time Snowbirds with 2 tight ends. Direct snap to Jacobson. He was working on the left side of the line. Jacobson picks his way inside the 40-yard line for a gain of 5 yards on 2nd and 9. So the 3rd and manageable now for the Snowbirds.
And I think actually this is probably 4-down territory, possibly, knowing Coach O'Connell. Here's where you potentially run that option play that DJ scored on,
right?
Or a play action, or get DJ out on the outside, give him that run pass option.
We'll see what they have to do here on 3rd and a long 3. Jacobson to the left of Brett Koshoniak in the shotgun. Back to passes. Jacobson rolling out to his right, and Dylan Croft wasn't able to hold on. And with that play call on 3rd down, that tells me that they were already thinking 4-down territory, Tom.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Dylan Croft, the homecoming king, is having a tough sledding night, catching the football tonight. Maybe they go right back to him after that drop and see if he can come through and make a play here on 4th down.
No, I think you kind of run something similar. Do a flood route. Get DJ out around the edge. They only have 4 yards to go, so we'll see.
Big 4th down early in the 3rd quarter. Gun 2 back formation for the Snowbirds, maybe applying a hard count. And it's a direct snap to Dylan Croft, and he's stopped immediately. Nowhere to go, trying to get on the outside of the left side of the offensive line, brought down by guess who? Bickle. And he came in and filled an alley, and a big-time stop for the Bulldogs on 4th down.
And I know, yesterday I believe it was, you and I were talking, and Coach O'Connell said we need to keep an eye on number 9 and the 27.
Yeah.
And really those are the 2 names that we have talked about all day today.
So Bulldogs take over at their own 40. 9:47 left to go in the third quarter. I imagine we're going to see a lot of Peterson. And Peterson makes 3 men miss. Picks up about 5 yards on 1st and 10.
Nice little run there by Peterson. And I mean, hey, I'll take 5 yards every carry if I was their coach, that's for sure.
Well, it certainly sets up nicely for how Rudyard wants to play football the remaining 2 quarters of this game. You got a 12-point lead, and you got a quarterback that, I think it's pretty easy to say that he's probably the best quarterback running threat the Snowbirds have faced all season.
100%.
Second down for Peterson and the Bulldogs. Actually, this is a direct snap to Bickle. Change of pace back for the Bulldogs as Bickle has a first down, but a penalty marker is thrown right at the 49-yard line. That came, well, it wasn't at the line of scrimmage, Tom, so it still might have been a hold.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what it was, but I can tell you right now that flag came in about 89 miles an hour. That ref.
He threw that one.
Oh, man.
So the hold, the ref threw that flag. It landed at the 49. It came from the back judge, correct?
Yeah. No, he wanted to make sure that we knew that flag was out.
Right. Yeah, he might need to go stretch out his rotator cuff after throwing that one.
My rotator cuff would have been torn.
It's 2nd and 10 now for the Bulldogs. Back to the original line of scrimmage of the 40-yard line. And running off the left tackle, brought down by Jake Butler, and a late flag coming in from the head official right as Butler was making the tackle.
I don't know what.
I honestly don't know what to make of that one. And St. Mary's backing up, and it's a personal foul against the Snowbirds, which will give Bulldogs a first down. So the teams do their best at trading penalties, and St. Mary ups the ante a little bit with the 15-yarder, and that'll put the ball on the St. Mary 40. Direct snap to Bickle. Bickle working off the right side of the offensive line. Gets down to the 45. We had a Rudyard Bulldog who looked like he was tripped up and took a hard spill down near the Snowbird 30.
I think Kashoniak kind of grabbed him and had that Kashoniak farmer strength and just tossed him a little bit.
The hay bale toss. As Peterson's back in the empty formation, working around the left side. Can Snowbirds string him out? They do. Nice play made by Jacobson and Butler to limit Peterson to about a half-yard gain. And this will be a big 3rd and 4 now.
You know, I want to give a shout-out right there, number 3, Jacob Alexander.
Okay.
He got in the backfield, and I know first time we called his name, but he slowed up Peterson right there, and that allowed the Snowbirds' pursuit to make that tackle. So kudos to Alexander.
And we'll have a 3rd and 4. Ball just inside the Snowbird 35. Bickle in the backfield. He's running off the right side, tripped up, needed to get to the 30, and he's brought down at the 31-yard line of the Snowbirds. So this will be a 4th. It's a long one, Tom. I mean, that's
not long for Cameron Peterson.
No,
that's a
manageable.
Hey, Cameron, I'm putting the ball in your hands. Get me a first down.
Right. I would imagine the Snowbirds got to be on guard for the hard count by the Bulldogs, but really pinching inside. Peterson by himself. There's the hard count. He takes it. He's going to pick up the first down. As you said, Tom, very manageable for Cameron Peterson.
Yeah, that's exactly what I probably would have done too if I was their coach. But in those situations, you put the ball in your best player's hands and let him do the work.
So crowd starting to get a little quieter here on homecoming 2023 as the St. Mary defense has their back up against the wall. This Rudyard running game has really starting to apply some pressure against the Snowbirds. A direct snap to Bickle, working on the right side. He's got a convoy, and he's got a gain of about 8 yards on 1st and 10.
Yeah, they've kind of switched it up this half. I mean, they've done quite a bit of direct snaps to Bickle there, and it's obviously being effective.
It changed the pace, different running style as Peterson cuts inside and has another 1st down. So Rudyard keeping it on the ground, but keeping the chains moving.
Yeah, no, they obviously they didn't change their game plan up much, in the first at halftime, and it's showing. And I wouldn't have either. Just pound and ground.
And as you mentioned, Tom, the combo of Bickle and Peterson, Rudyard feels comfortable putting the ball in their 2 hands all game long. This time they go I formation, Peterson under center. He's going to quarterback sneak it, and nice play made by Dylan Croft. That was a 3rd and 1, but Peterson has enough for the 1st down.
Once again, you put the ball in your best player's hands in situations like that, and let him do the work.
Looks like the offensive line for the Bulldogs are really starting to establish the dominance over that St. Mary front, as Rudyard has been able to continually get about 4 to 5 yards and then a 2-3 yarder when they need it most. Bickle alone by himself in an empty formation, direct snap to him, pursuit by Alexander, and Bickle down inside the 5, in for a Bulldog touchdown. Bickle scores, and he scores on a 19-yard touchdown run, and the Bulldogs go up 42-24. Good vision by Bickle and good blocking on that right side of the Bulldog offensive line to allow him enough time to see an open lane and shoot the gap.
Yeah, they're just winning the battles up front right now.
Oh, yeah.
And plain and simple, they're smashing us in the mouth.
Yeah.
And we're not doing anything about it.
So a 2-point attempt. Peterson cuts it back across the grain in for the conversion, and they go up 44-24. They're up by 20 points over the Snowbirds. 4 minutes, 54 seconds remaining. We're going to step aside here. When we come back, Snowbirds will be getting the ball here. We got to have it possession. This is high school football on Next Level Broadcasting.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport, TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
We all know that Jimmy John's is everyone's go-to option for freaky fast subs. But did you know that they're unveiling new menu options? That's right, Jimmy John's new menu has something for everyone and is a great way to feed the whole family. So, whether you're watching the big game, hard at work, or taking the family out to eat, Jimmy John's wants to make finding a gourmet sandwich easy. The crew of Next Level Broadcasting trusts their pregame meals to Jimmy John's, and you should too.
And here we are. Welcome back in Snowbird football on Next Level Broadcasting. That ball was fielded and picked up. I believe it was J.T. Grenier who makes it out to the Snowbird 44-yard line, which is where the Snowbirds will start this possession. Charles Trail along with Tom Pratt. Tom, this is a gotta-have-it possession for the Snowbirds. And once and if they're able to score here, probably looking at onside kick time as well, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, you're down obviously 20, about almost just under 5 minutes going to third quarter. You're obviously not going to, you're not going to, gain 20 points back on one play. So you just got to be patient still. There's still time left. We just got to stop. We got to don't turn the ball over and stop them on defense, really.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 44. Jacobson rolling right, cuts it back up inside, and he's met right at the 47-yard line. A hard tackle made. It was first Bulldog in there, I believe, was number 21, Tom.
21 Sprague.
Yeah, Sprague, and he's had a couple of hard hits on recent possessions, actually.
He's done a nice job actually wrapping up.
And when you're looking at where Sprague is playing in that Bulldog defense, he's a big part of what they do. They funnel a lot of players to him. Snowbirds run a little jailbreak screen to Grenier, and he makes it into Bulldog territory. Pickup of about 5 yards on 2nd and 7, so that'll set up a 3rd and short 2 for the Snowbirds.
I know he fumbled earlier on in the game, but that kid probably has some of the better hands I've seen in the last few years of any kid in high school football. That kid, any ball that's around him,
he's catching.
He's catching.
Snowbirds go empty, trips to the top of the screen here on 3rd and 1. Jacobson throwing out to Brett Koshorniak. Brett Koshorniak slips one tackle. Can he break another? He can't. The first Bulldog who was flying in there and absolutely shot out of a cannon, breaking that one up, was Kyle Postma. He didn't make the tackle, but disrupted that play to Koshorniak and the Snowbirds. And this Bulldog defense is playing with a sense of entitlement right now defensively, not wanting to give up any yards.
They're flying all over the place. And, it's not just one Rudyard guy around the football. Their team pursuit's there. And, if I'm their coaches right now, I'm happy with how we've played up to this point in the game.
So 4th and 2 now for the Snowbirds. They send 2 receivers to the bottom of the screen. Croft alongside Jacobson in the shotgun. Here's the play. They're going to keep it to Jacobson, and Jacobson's not going to get it. Guess who? Cameron Peterson closed the gap and shut off the water coming in from his defensive end position to force the turnover on downs.
Yeah, that's obviously not what you needed right now for the Snowbirds, but right now we need to stop. Plain and simple, we need to stop.
Need a stop, and with the clock as it is and the score, kind of bodes well for the type of offense that the Bulldogs want to deploy. So with 2 minutes, 39 seconds in the 3rd quarter, Bulldogs will directly snap it to Peterson. Peterson is shot out of a cannon on that one, and he's got a first down or near a first down. It looked like he's starting to time the snap count, Tom, where he's catching it and already moving.
I thought I actually noticed that a little while ago, but I didn't say anything. But it does. It looks like his forward momentum's moving before he even gets the ball. Which kudos to him.
I mean, it's almost like he's catching it and moving into the snap. I mean, he's got a step basically when he catches the football.
Yep. And when you got a big guy like that already going downhill,
yeah,
that's tough.
This time Bickle in the backfield taking the direct snap. Nice play made. Crashing down the defensive line for the Snowbirds was Joseph O'Connell. That was a nice play coming all the way down the line of scrimmage from his defense. Well, he had to crash about 6 to 7 yards in order to make that play.
Yeah.
But Bulldogs still getting enough for the first down. We'll keep the chains moving. They get to the Snowbird 42. And if they're able to run and chew up a lot of clock here and then cap it off with a touchdown here, Tom, that could be the nail in the coffin for the Snowbirds' victory hopes here on homecoming night.
Nope, I absolutely agree with that.
1st and 10, Bulldogs, 1 minute, 24 seconds. Bickle, the lone man in the backfield, gets a nice block on the right side of the offensive line, brought down at the Snowbird 35 by Brett Koshorniak, and this is just kind of death by 1,000 needles right now for this Rudyard offense going up against the Snowbird defense.
No, absolutely, and if I'm Rudyard, I'm doing the exact same thing. I'm not changing my game plan at all. I'm just going to keep, taking the clock down a little bit. Exactly what they're doing. They're just taking their time, and just playing smash mouth.
2nd and a modest 4 now for the Bulldogs. Peterson takes the direct snap. Nice play made by Daniel Jacobson to bring down the hard-to-tackle Peterson.
Just a quick update here about just up the road, about 4 blocks. We got number 4 Gaylord in Division 3 against number 1 Jackson Lumen Christi in Division 7. Gaylord up 24-14 with just under 5 minutes to go in the game. Jackson Lumen Christi driving on the Gaylord 5-yard line at this time.
And if you want to catch that game, you can flip over to Next Level Broadcasting and check out that one. We're here streaming live on the Gaylord St. Mary Athletics, or if you're checking us out on nextlevelbroadcasting.net, you can actually do a split screen and get both games to show on your TV at once. So after 3 quarters of play, Rudyard Bulldogs on top of the Gaylord St. Mary Snowbirds 44-24. When we come back, 4th quarter action right around the corner. This is Snowbird football on Next Level Broadcasting.
I'm Ryan Beningo, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installation, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike many service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding the gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
We all know that Jimmy John's is everyone's go-to option for freaky fast subs. But did you know that they're unveiling new menu options? That's right, Jimmy John's new menu has something for everyone and is a great way to feed the whole family. So, whether you're watching the big game, hard at work, or taking the family out to eat, Jimmy John's wants to make finding a gourmet sandwich easy. The crew of Next Level Broadcasting trusts their pregame meals to Jimmy.
And here's the snap, direct snap to Bickle. He's working it in for a first down. Bulldogs, they only needed 3 yards, and he gets down to the Snowbird 26-yard line. Pick up of 5 yards and enough to keep the chains moving for the Bulldogs. 4th quarter just underway here between Snowbirds and Bulldogs. Charles Strail and Tom Pratt. Bulldogs looking for that drive that could finish everything off.
They put one in the end zone here. They're real close to sealing the deal.
Peterson waits on the empty formation snap. He cuts it back across the grain. Nice play made by Daniel Jacobson to go low and take down Peterson right around his shins. And against a big guy like Peterson, that's exactly what you have to do. It'll bring up a 2nd and a long 7 for the Rudyard Bulldogs, and St. Mary really needs a stop in the worst way.
100%. They need a stop here if they want to even think about coming back. It looks like Peterson is coming into the huddle limping a little bit, which obviously, you don't want to see.
A guy
like
that.
Absolutely.
Athlete of that caliber. Fortunately for Rudyard, they've got a guy in Bickle who can tote the rock fairly well as well. I formation, they hand to Bickle. Bickle slips through 1 tackle, breaks another. Bickle down at the Snowbird 11-yard line.
Oof.
And he's got a gain of 14 yards and enough for a first down. It just, when you're losing the line of scrimmage battle right now and being down 20, it's so hard to just get a stop and get the ball back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't win the battles up front. That's tough.
Especially against the ball control offense like this Rudyard team has. Under center they go. New quarterback in. They're going to hand to the fullback. Fullback running hard. He's in for 6. An 11-yard touchdown run for Landon Mayer. And Landon Mayer might have just sealed the deal for the Bulldogs here. Coming down and ruining homecoming 2023 for the Snowbirds unless the Snowbirds can pull off something miraculous. It's 50-24. Bulldogs on top. And a new quarterback in as well. We see Damon McDowell taking the snaps now for the Bulldogs as he boots out, throws it up, and completes it. 2-point conversion attempt is good to Eli Sprague, and the Bulldogs go up 52-24. Really laying it on the Snowbirds now, and I think that was probably the straw that broke the camel's back there, Tom.
No, I would agree. But, right now, obviously, for Snowbirds, A, we want to stay healthy.
Right.
B, I want to see these boys not hang their heads and obviously finish strong.
Continue to compete is
For
what
sure,
I'd be looking
absolutely.
for. While we have a moment, we want to thank all of our sponsors tonight for bringing you this game, wherever you're tuning in from. We thank you for watching tonight's game on Next Level Broadcasting or on Gaylord St. Mary Athletics, however you found it. I want to thank J&J Construction, the Gaylord Eye Care Center, Jimmy John's, also Gaylord Seal Coating, Golf Gaylord, Professional Seamless Gutters, Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport, John Deere Hudson, and Twin Bay Docks. We're going to tell you about Professional Seamless Gutters, as tonight there was rain in the forecast, and as there's more rain in the forecast this fall, trust your home gutters to Professional Seamless Gutters. Professional Seamless Gutters offers fast and experienced service and real-time quotes, but wait, there's more. You give St. Mary alumni Ryan Beningo a call, and he'll actually answer your phone call. That's Professional Seamless Gutters at 989-619-1407. Bulldogs sending a squib kick away. It's fielded at the Snowbird 27 by Daniel Jacobson. He's out to the 35-yard line where he's brought down, and that's where the Snowbirds will have it. Tackled made by Damon McDowell. A very sure-handed tackler, McDowell, and the rest of this Bulldog defense.
No, that was, that's tough. It's tough in an 8-man football when you kick the ball deep because, you're pretty much out on an island by yourself.
10 minutes, 10 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter for the Snowbirds. They send 3 receivers to the top of the screen. Jacobson will be by himself in the shotgun. Excuse me, just empty formation. Looking to throw. They're going to run the boot and throw it up the middle. Intended target was J.T. Grenier, and they faked the bubble screen or the tunnel screen outside and sent J.T. up the middle and
just missed him. I mean, just overthrew him a little bit, but I didn't. I'm over here looking for J.T. I thought he was still back there, and he's over here.
That play only eclipsed 5 seconds off of the game clock, so now it'll be 2nd and 10 with just over 10 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Empty formation for Jacobson. Ball's on the ground. It's recovered by the Bulldogs. First Bulldog in there. Guess who? Eli Sprague. And another turnover for the Snowbirds, and the Bulldogs have it on the Snowbird 32-yard line. Well, that was an unfortunate turn of events for the Snowbirds, their 4th turnover of the evening. And I don't know if there was some exchange problems there or if Jacobson wasn't expecting it when he got the snap. Tough break for the Snowbirds, and with 10 minutes, 2 seconds remaining, the Bulldogs are going to keep this one on the ground here. They could melt a lot of time off this clock.
Oh, absolutely, and I believe that's probably what they're going to do.
Peterson back in under center. Good to see him back taking snaps. Hand off to the up back. Ball's out. Snowbirds got it. Recovered by Brett Koshoniak. So teams trade turnovers once again. That's the second time we've seen the teams do that in consecutive plays this game. First time it occurred on 2 back-to-back interceptions. This time, back-to-back fumbles. So Snowbirds get it right back. It was, let's see here, Landon Mayer running the ball for the Bulldogs, Tom, and he doesn't get too many carries, so maybe that one just slipped through his hands. Jacobson by himself in the empty formation, trips to the top of the screen for the Snowbirds. Back to pass, throwing it out, got a completion to Grenier. And Grenier is tackled inbounds, a gain of about 4 yards on 1st and 10. And Grenier,
He's brought down by 27, Aiden Bickle.
Grenier doing a good job of being that good, reliable receiving target for the Snowbirds here tonight.
No, absolutely. He's sure-handed, that's for sure.
I want to say he's got about 6 targets on the evening. Jacobson back to pass. He's got pressure coming off the edge. He puts it up, and it's intercepted. Man, what a play by Bickle. And Jacobson's slow to get up. I don't know if he felt the pressure, felt like he needed to get rid of it early, But Bickle also made a really nice play in man coverage there on the far sideline to turn around and find the ball in time to react to it.
No, that's obviously we've been calling Bickle and Peterson's name all night long. And I think that was Sprague that actually put the pressure on him and hit DJ. That kid's had a nice game defensively, especially here in the second half.
Yeah, he came off the edge, shot out of a rock or shot out of a cannon, and Bulldogs with a chance once again to melt some of the clock. They're going to hand or directly snap it to Peterson, and Peterson puts his shoulder down, goes through a couple Snowbird tacklers, and is out at the 41-yard line. Pickup of 6 yards on 1st and 10 as the Rudyard Bulldogs look to add to their totals here on this evening. One thing for the Snowbirds that they can't hang their heads too long. They got a big game next week versus the Indian River Inland Lakes Bulldogs. Snowbirds will more than likely need a win to get into the playoffs based on where they stand right now, 13th or 14th right now in the Division I 8-player pool. Bulldogs go under center, handoff up the middle, breaking free, being chased by Jacobson, but not going to track him down. That's Landon Mayer taking a house call for the Bulldogs, 41 yards. And the Bulldogs with exclamation point?
×2. I think that was the second exclamation point that they put on this game.
Or an emoji at the end of that. You know, an exclamation mark, emoji, whatever you want to put at the end of the sentence here. It's 58-24 now as the Bulldogs are lining up to go for the point after. Steven Kirshner, the kicker. McDowell, the holder. It's a botched snap. McDowell couldn't get it down. He's scrambling around, and pass was broken up nicely by Greenier. And the failed point after attempt leaves the score at 58-24. While the score is at 58-24, we want to tell you some more about our friends at Twin Bay Docks. Listen, attention, everybody who's got a boat, who loves being on the water, kayakers, everyone aside. The best way to gain that access for your lakefront property is doing so with Twin Bay Docks. They're Northern Michigan's gold standard for your lakeside access, trusted by consumers, distributors, and users of their products. You can get their products from local distributors in the areas. You can go over to North Shore Dock in Elk Rapids. They do a lot of the completion, installation, do everything that you don't want to do when you're putting in your dock in April and May and taking it out in October. Twin Bay Docks has the patented vinyl design, and they make life living out on the water as it should be, the good way. Living easy. That's Twin Bay Docks. Snowbirds with the 8:28 in the fourth quarter. Jacobson has to field it at his own 25. He has to do his best to get up to the Snowbird 35-yard line where he's eventually brought down. And Jacobson and the Snowbirds will set up shop at the 35. Final score from Gaylord High School. The Gaylord Blue Devils beat number 1 in Division 7 Jackson Lumen Christi 24-21. If you were watching that game over on Next Level Broadcasting, we offer you, if you want to flip over to the St. Mary game, or if you flipped over to the Gaylord game, you can swap back and forth here as the Snowbirds have it with 8 minutes, 18 seconds remaining. 58-24 the score between Snowbirds and Bulldogs. 2 receivers to the top of the screen this time for St. Mary. And that's going to be a delay of game.
Not too sure what we were doing, to be honest with you. I mean, I don't know why we would even be. I mean, we were waiting there to snap the ball, and we just didn't snap it. So,
yeah, I don't know if there was some miscommunication there between the quarterback and the center, or if they were trying to draw the Bulldogs offside, but it'll move the Snowbirds back 5 yards. and they'll have another opportunity just 5 yards further back. It's Jacobson, and to his left is Brett Krishoniak. He's going to drop back to pass, throw it over the middle. Intended target was Lucas Sherwinski, and he wasn't able to track that one down as that one goes incomplete. 2nd and 15 now for the Snowbirds.
Now, that would have been nice if we would have been able to see Lucas Sherwinski be able to get that.
Yeah, the big man's got some nice hands. That one was just a little bit out of his target range, or I should say his catch radius.
And that's a big target. So.
Yeah. Sherwinski goes about a solid 6'5". 2nd down for the Snowbirds. Jacobson back to pass, looking on the right side, throws over the middle, completion to Greenier. Greenier steps out of one tackle and is brought down at the Bulldog 45. A nice pitch and catch. Snowbirds complete it for a gain of 25 yards on 2nd and 15. The sure-handed Greenier making another grab.
Oh, that was a nice little, like a little post route coming across the middle there by Greenier. Nice throw by DJ, but yeah, that sure-handed Greenier right there. That's a nice target to have.
Clock continues the run for the Snowbirds. We're under 8 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter. Empty set for Jacobson. He's dropping back, looking over the middle. Once again, intended target was Dylan Croft, and that one was a little high for Dylan. Jacobson took a big pop, didn't he, back there in the pocket?
He did. You know, it's tough when you're rushing 4 and you only have 3 guys to block. That doesn't give your quarterback much time to do anything.
The clock's ticking for Jacobson in the pocket here on homecoming night. Like I said earlier, Snowbirds will be taking on the Inland Lakes Bulldogs next week in a very, very big game as it pertains to the status of the Snowbirds making the 8-player playoffs this year. That'll be next week at 7 p.m. Saturday night. Shotgun for Jacobson, looking to pass. Pumps once, pumps twice. He's going to go down. Sacked by Sprague.
We've called him. We called his name quite a bit, especially this second half. He's had a really nice second half, especially defensively.
You know, I got to say, Tom, the Rudyard Bulldogs came in here with a absolutely had to have it approach if they wanted to keep their playoff chances alive here in 2023. And I think they've just been the hungrier team here all night long.
No, I absolutely agree. You know, yeah, they got some athletes. They got a Haas at quarterback, but, you know, they're hungry. You know, they know their playoff lines, their playoff hopes dependent on this game. And rightfully so, they, you know, from the looks of it, they deserve to get a shot in the playoffs.
As Dylan Croft takes the direct snap on 3rd and 1, he's got enough for a first down. Right now, as there's about 6 minutes, 40 seconds remaining, we just want to see both teams come away from this game healthy. Don't want to see any injuries in the last 6 minutes and some change here in the 4th quarter, Tom, as it pertains to both of these teams moving forward with playoff aspirations.
No, absolutely. And that I saw Dylan get up a little slow right there, and I know Coach Jacob was over there somewhere down on the sidelines over here or in the stands holding his breath.
Ball just inside the Rudyard side of the 50-yard line. 4th and 10 for the Snowbirds. Jacobson rolling back across the field, and it's caught by JT Greenier at the 15-yard line. Bobbled once, twice, and he eventually brought it in for a big-time snag. Keep the chains moving for the Snowbirds. A gain of 25 yards again to Greenier, and he's having quite the game tonight.
Yeah, no, he's once again sure-handed Greenier right there. That was a phenomenal catch by Greenier.
5 minutes, 45 seconds. Snowbirds directly snap it to Brett Kashorniak. He works and bowls his way down to the 10-yard line. Gain of 4 yards on that 1st and 10 carry for Brett Kashoniak, the senior. Let's see, 5 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter as the Snowbirds have it inside the red zone for the Rudyard Bulldogs for the first time in the second half. Snowbirds looking for their first points of the second half right now as Jacobson is empty by himself, takes the direct snap, rolling right, got a man in the flats. Nice play made. Pass was intended for Greenier, broken up by Landon Mayer. And that was real nice coverage by Mayer there, Tom.
Yeah, no, that was great coverage. Great timing on his part to be right there as the ball was about to hit Greenier's hands. And, they've just, minus a couple of their turnovers, they have to be very happy with the outcome of this game for sure.
Snowbirds with the ball on the 10-yard line. It's 3rd and a long 5. Jacobson by himself, rolling to his right. He's going to run this all the way. That's a designed speed run out, and he's in for 6. Jacobson goes in for his 3rd touchdown of the evening as the Snowbirds draw a little bit closer and put 6 more on the board. It's now 58-30. Tom, we've seen them run that play off the right side of the offensive line a couple times for touchdowns tonight. What do you think that the Snowbirds like most about getting Jacobson going to the right side?
Well, I mean, it gives him, it sets up, obviously he's right-hand dominant. It obviously sets up, so obviously you want to run the ball to the right side.
Right.
But also it sets up things. When you're able to set the edge like that, it gives him, opportunity next play or a couple plays down the road to be able to set up those run-pass options,
Yep,
So.
And there's Jacobson on the 2-point conversion, punching it in for the 2-point, and Snowbirds are now 4 for 4 on their 2-point conversion attempts this evening. They find themselves down 58-32, a 26-point deficit with just under 5 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. Charles Strail along with Tom Pratt, Johnny Burkhart, Shane Smith running the 1s and 2s tonight. If you're just now joining us, if you were watching the Gaylord High School football game and are joining us now, congratulate the Blue Devils on their big win, 24-21 over Jackson Lumen Christie. And while we have a moment, we want to thank everyone for being a part of tonight's game. J&J Construction, the Gaylord Eye Care Center, Jimmy John's, Gaylord Seal Coating, Golf Gaylord, Professional Seamless Gutters, Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport, Hudson John Deere, and Twin Bay Docks for making this game possible for you to watch live, on demand, or maybe it's one of your things that you watch when you're sitting in your deer blind coming up as the Snowbirds go for the onside kick. It's recovered on the near side of the field right in front of us. Damon McDowell, the Bulldog who got down there on it. And he actually didn't need to field that time because that would have not gone 10 yards.
No, it would not have gone 10 yards. But, hey, that's the choice you make. And you recover it, you're a hero.
You're right.
If you don't,
you're a 0.
You are a 0.
So McDowell sure-handedly snags the football. Ball on the 48-yard line of the Snowbirds. Peterson's still in the game for the Bulldogs. He's running around the right side of the line. He slides down wisely after a gain of 2 yards, and Dylan Croft is slow to get up here for the Snowbirds as they check in on him. But, yeah, with this game kind of well out of hand.
Not sure why a kid like that is still in the game.
Maybe just an opportunity for Snowbirds to get some reps. As you see, and what I can kind of think of right now is that head coach, Coach O'Connell, is a little displeased with the way that these guys have played, and this is him having them kind of play their way out of this performance. As Bickle takes it around left tackle and is brought down for a tackle for loss by Lucas Sherwinski.
It's nice to see that they're still fighting. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously just under 4 minutes to go. Down by 26 points, but they're not giving up, which what you want to see, as a coach. Obviously there's not tons of positives you're probably going to take out of a game like this, but this can be one of them.
3 minutes, 37 seconds remaining. 3rd and 8. Rudyard needing the St. Mary 38-yard line for a first down as Rudyard's really winding this clock. And they snap it to Peterson, direct snap. He's going to take the quarterback lead out to the Snowbird 45.
Peterson with a short gain. He's brought down by number 30, J.T. Grenier, and number 24.
We'll have a 4th down and 7 coming up for the Bulldogs on the other side of this St. Mary timeout. While the St. Mary takes the timeout, we're going to take some time and thank our friends at Golf Gaylord. Listen, Gaylord in the 989 is considered by many to be the golf mecca of Michigan. And whether you're looking for a new set of clubs or in the need to try to fix that slice, that's me. Golf Gaylord is your destination where you can browse a wide variety of items and get lessons from their experienced staff. That's Golf Gaylord. Our friend Tony Jacobson over there at Golf Gaylord if you're a slicer or if you pull it, topping it like I kind of do with those irons. Tom, how's your golf game?
Used to be okay, but I've golfed one time in the last 2 years.
Okay.
So I can't say it's probably pretty good. I can't say it's good probably at all. Now it's hunting season.
So there you go.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
Well, when you have hunting season, you also have football season. So let me ask you this:
hunting trumps that. Oh, I thought that's what you were going to ask.
I was going to say hunting trumps football season, but do you still get an opportunity to take in like the NFL Red Zone on a Sunday or what?
Not on a Sunday. Usually, if I'm going to do anything, it'll be those early college football games at noon when you come in from your morning hunt and go back out, or watch it before you go back out for your afternoon hunt.
Rudyard dropping back to pass on 4th down. They got a completion over the middle, running free within the Snowbird secondary was Eli Sprague. He's brought down by Brett Krishoniak, and on 4th and 7, I don't think anybody saw the Bulldogs doing that one, but they get the completion to Sprague. Enough for let's see, they're down inside the 16-yard line, so they pick up 30 yards on that.
Yeah, it looks like that pass was the last of we seeing of Cameron Peterson tonight.
Yeah, he gets a curtain call and a lot of accolades from that coaching staff. I mean, he was the straw that stirred the drink tonight for the Bulldogs in a mighty way. 2 minutes, 40 seconds here as Rudyard content to really run this play clock all the way down for the 40-second interval. Handoff up the middle goes to Landon Mayer, and he's pushed back by a host of Snowbirds. Tom, I know your wife, Carly, St. Mary alumni here on homecoming night. Shout out to her. She graduated in the class of 2012.
Why do you even got to bring that up? I'm glad you know, because if I don't know if I probably would have got it right if you would have put me on the spot right there.
Well, you wrote a note for me. So you wrote that down on the note and said, give my wife
Charles,
a shout out.
You think quick, right on your feet, man. That's good. But 2012. See, I knew that.
You wrote the note.
Yeah, I know. You're right. I wrote the note.
1 minute and 38 seconds remaining here.
Bulldogs. Good thing she's not listening right now. She's probably in bed with the kids. So.
Oh, nice play made by Brett Krishoniak coming out from his linebacker position to drop the ball carrier in the backfield for a tackle for loss.
But I can guarantee you someone out there listening is going to tell her this. And,
that's right.
I'm going to get in trouble. So thanks, Charles. Great knowing you. Great doing my last broadcast with you.
Well, hey, we send you away with some Jimmy John's in your stomach.
Yeah.
So, at least
thank you, Jimmy John's.
You had a nice Last Supper.
Yeah. Yes. That I did.
1 minute remaining between Snowbirds and Bulldogs. This one's pretty much all but wrapped up except for some late aesthetics if the Bulldogs score here. But I would imagine that this is going to be a knee with them up 58-32. And they're going to turn handoff, and the Snowbirds are ready for that one. Dylan Croft and a couple other Snowbirds punishing the running back for the Bulldogs. That was, number 30 once again. And we still didn't get a number, but he had an impact on tonight's game with the 70-yard kickoff return for the touchdown as well, as he's getting the carries to finish out this game here between the Snowbirds and the Bulldogs. That's going to do it. Snowbirds fall on homecoming 58-32, and will go to 5-2 on the season. As Rudyard just content to let this clock run out. It's 4th down, and they won't have to snap it. As they do snap it, they boot out from there, and the fumble eventually recovered by the Bulldogs. So Bulldogs win here on homecoming night for the Snowbirds, 58-32. Snowbirds will take on the Inland Lakes Bulldogs next week here on Saturday night at 7 p.m. For the crew of Next Level Broadcasting, Charles Strail, Tom Pratt, Johnny Burkhart, and Shane Smith running our production tonight. We thank you for making us a part of your Friday night here at Next Level Broadcasting's coverage of high school football. Have a great rest of the night, everyone. Good night.
Today's game is presented by J&J Construction, Gaylord Seal Coating, Jimmy John's, Twin Bay Docks, Professional Seamless Gutters, Schultz's Marathon Party Store, Golf Gaylord, John Deere Hudson, Gaylord Eye Care Center, and Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport. We hope you have enjoyed tonight's game.